All right, it's going to heat up on television's biggest night, but the biggest question is, how much will it heat up, and will that heat extend, as it did last night, to a physical altercation?
Okay, you're enjoying this just a little too much with what happened last night. Look at all the arrivals as we look at what was normally a red carpet for the Emmys. It's kind of a sandy yellow gold for the 70th anniversary.
70th anniversary of the Emmys. Good afternoon. Sam Rubin and Jessica Holmes. So glad you're with us live from the Emmys. We'll be with you now for the next 3 hours. The big story from last night, as you've heard, Tom Arnold and Mark Burnett. Mark Burnett, a multiple Emmy winner, Emmy nominee, Survivor, Shark Tank, all those shows, apparently had a physical altercation last night at an Emmy party. Witnesses include Kevin Bacon and Allison Hannigan from How I Met Your Mother. Allison, if you're watching, come to the Emmys. We need to talk to you.
And Roma Downey, his wife, who played an angel on TV, got bruised up in the whole thing. So it is quite the story today, isn't it?
It is a big story. Will they reference it during the actual Emmy telecast 3 hours from now when we talk to folks on the red carpet? Are they interested in discussing it as well? In the meantime, we're not by ourselves, and I feel there have been no fisticuffs between Megan Henderson and Doug Hulk, as far as I know.
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
All right.
You look gorgeous, Meg.
Oh, thank you.
You too, Doug.
Back at you, and good afternoon to both of you. We're so excited to be here, and we're going to, of course, be talking to your favorite celebrities, but we're also going to be talking fashion, because it's so important on an evening like this, isn't it, Doug?
And I must add that you look stunning as always, Megan.
You're so kind. I'm actually wearing Kevin Hall with 14-karat jewelry, and tell me, who are you wearing, Doug?
It was emphasized to me beforehand that this Stefano Ricci tie and Tom Ford pocket square are definitively the two most valuable things in my closet right now.
So hang on to them. Hang on to them tightly. Hang on to them. Sam and Jess, stunning as always. Tell me, who are you guys wearing?
Well, I think you and Jess have something in common in terms of the
We
dress.
do. Kevin Hall, and of course, you look handsome as always.
JB Custom Clothiers in downtown Los Angeles. We appreciate that. Tom Ford with the tie and 14 carats with the jewelry for both Jessica and myself. Now, Megan rolls out of bed every day looking like this, but not the rest of us as much.
And her hair always looks that good, Sam. It's unbelievable. But it takes a village, as they say, to get us looking like this for the red carpet. Take a look. Stylist Anya Sar toasts, "'Tis the season." You're almost giddy.
And I've always wanted you to wear Kevin Hall.
To deck the Emmys with Kevin Hall, haute couture, that is.
Vanessa Williams, Michelle Obama, but just tons and tons of beautiful women.
A rainbow of beautiful to try on.
So this one is,
Oh, I love that.
right, the
Beautiful.
Lilac Vision. Now, I see you eyeing this.
It's funny, I am always drawn to yellow, and I don't know why. Into the blues.
Into the blues.
Wow.
That says Emmys.
That is pretty. But to find that pot of gold kind of gown, the award-winning designer points to fit.
My turn to take a zip.
Some people do something like, maybe not quite pink, more, that's why I say more rouge, antique-y pink.
Also loving the chic chiffon and streamlined silhouettes.
God, this is what we think.
Oh, I love a good red dress.
Now you see why the House of Hall has our vote.
But it's not just your host getting all spiffy.
Right now, our manufacturing team is building the behind the scenes booth. We have a facade that we're building. It'll all be wrapped with custom fabrics, custom paint, custom chandeliers.
A1 Party Rentals, busy building Live's platform, plus Backstage Elite's Winner's Walk.
It's going to be really something pretty unique.
The Covina company, known for its custom work.
Last year, the Dodgers were in the playoffs, so we ended up doing the parties, and we really very successful at it.
And knocks it out of the park, from huge corporate events to backyard barbecues.
Whatever you dream of, we can build it here.
Now, we are red carpet ready. Well, there we go, and making her way into the gold carpet, and she's going to match perfectly well.
Oh, Regina King, nomination for 7 Seconds on Netflix. She looks gorgeous in that yellow.
And she is no stranger to the Emmys, so we're happy to welcome Regina and so many more. Your favorite stars are on the way. Stick with us all the way till 5 o'clock. We're back live from the Emmys just minutes away. Well, here they come. Emmy nominees, Emmy presenters, and people who just like television making their way into the Microsoft Theater and along the golden carpet. All the media outlets there and your favorite media outlet here. Sam Rubin and Jessica Holmes, welcome. We're back live from the Emmys.
Look
it
at
looks
that.
good. Very nice.
Beautiful beaded number. It's white hot. It is a little warm today, but not as warm as we've had on some Emmy days.
No.
It has been a scorcher, and it's a little different because it is on a Monday, and that's because of football. NBC has Sunday Night Football. They just said, decided, let's have it on a Monday.
So consequently, we had an extra day of partying, which involved extra snafus and an extra opportunity to get ready and look fabulous and other fun things. Megan and Doug down the way, about 10 positions away from us.
Hi, guys.
The carpet will heat, but it sort of rolls like waves. It will get to the first us and then to the two of you.
You're right, exactly. And of course, we mentioned at the top of the show, we're going to be talking fashion a little bit later. In an event like this, it's all about, of course, what you're wearing, but it's also, Doug, about what you smell like.
And you smell lovely, by the way.
Thank you so much, Doug. We recently found the scent to the stars. What?
One of the things I love about coming here to the Ritz-Carlton Baccara is all the gorgeous flowers everywhere. And now you can have the beauty and the scent of the white roses at your fingertips with the L'Argonique White Rose Purse Spray.
From bottling up bouquets to capturing the scent of the sea.
Instantly calms you, transports you to the ocean.
KTLA's red carpet stylist finds the waves of L'Argonique Beauté exotic essences can help melt award season stress away.
You know, if you're in a bad mood or something's going on in your life and you go near the ocean, doesn't that instantly make everything better?
Absolutely. I believe there's few things as powerful as the ocean that we have right here. It's an advantage that you only find at the Ritz-Carlton Baccara Santa Barbara.
And you guys are very, very picky with what you carry in the spa.
We do pride ourselves on making certain that we have products and services that you can't find anywhere else in the world.
And then look at this. So this is the ocean oil, which is great for a massage, the aromatherapy oil. So you can put this on for your massage. Look at how pretty and gorgeous, and you know, this is all handmade in France. They don't mess around at L'Argonique Beauté. So if you can't get to Baccara, you know, just their candle and their fragrance, their aromatherapy and their oils can give you that luxurious spacation wherever you are.
And text BUD, like Rosebud, to 515151 for your chance to bask in the luxury of L'Argonique Beauté.
Okay, Doug, so a lot of us, when we spray our perfume, we spray it on our necks or our wrists, but if you want it to last all day long, they say to spray the back of your knees.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, that's what I learned.
Well, when it comes to L'Argonique, I'll spray it anywhere.
There you go, there you go. All right, we've got so much more ahead here live from the red carpet. We're hearing Shirley K. Brown just arrived, Regina King. We're going to be talking to them and more. It's a gold carpet here at the Emmys. We'll be right back.
Well, a young man from Stranger Things making his way into the Microsoft Theater. We're live from the Emmys from Westworld. That's quite the outfit.
Yeah, that's quite the ball gown.
And I tell you what, another outfit that is going to get attention. She is so talented. How happy we are to have Jennifer Lewis as our very first guest. Blackish, a big night tonight, potentially.
Blackish is nominated for 3 Emmys.
Congratulations.
And we are so happy. You know, we're very proud of the show. With all the modern day issues, the writer's address, and you know, I always say the writers are the stars of the show because they have that ability to bring the comedy with these serious issues. And I tell people, these are not dark times. These are awakening times.
Well said. Speaking of which, you know, they do all those fashion reviews. Yeah. One thing people are going to be talking about is what you got on right now.
Well, I'm wearing this Nike because I applaud them for supporting Colin Kaepernick and his protest against police brutality and racial injustice. You know, people say, you know, politics, arts, entertainment, there's no boundary. Nina Simone said, the artist's duty is to reflect the times. And that's what I'm doing right now. And what better time than right now?
And as an actress, getting into the business when you did, to tell stories and
Absolutely.
to talk about what's going on.
That's what it's all about.
Right.
Art, politics. You know, the anthem says the land of the free. And that's what we want to fight for. Everybody has a right to pursue happiness. I never thought I'd run around quoting the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness. And that's where we want to be in November, doing what we're supposed to do.
Do you think this will be a political show tonight? You know that some people are always like, oh, those people from Hollywood.
Like I said, I don't think there's a line between politics and art. And I think wherever you are, no matter where you are, say who you are, be who you are, and be the best at it.
You know what? You do that every day. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
you do.
I
Indeed,
try
you do.
anyway. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy tonight.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy Emmys.
I've admired Jennifer Lewis for a long time. That was fun. Doug and Meg, down the way to you.
You know, changing the tune a bit. For years, celebrities have been escaping LA and heading to the beauty of Palm Springs.
Yeah, we're talking about a celebrity getaway, Palm Springs specifically. It's right in our backyard, one of my favorite spots to get away. We, though, want to give you at home a chance to win a Palm Springs getaway. Take a look at how to do it.
We're really 9 cities and 1 oasis. And so really it's a destination within a destination.
94 square miles steeped in Hollywood history.
Marilyn Monroe, Joe DiMaggio, Bob Hope, Frank Sinatra, I mean the Rat Pack, you know, they all loved it here.
The desert destination becoming the hotspot for cool back in the 1920s, when Tinseltown's biggest studios enforced a strict 2-hour travel rule.
They had to be able to get back to the studios to shoot, so Palm Springs became the getaway for all the stars.
Fast forward to today.
The same Hollywood vibe continues, but it's like there's a whole new energy now. It's like International Film Festival, the music events that happen, you know, big art events.
A-listers like Chelsea Handler, Katy Perry, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jay-Z, and Beyonce checking in, but not just to the hip hotels and pool parties. The latest trend, renting celebrity homes like TV legend Merv Griffin's 39-acre, 13-bedroom equestrian estate.
He built in 1987, and he stayed here until his death. He used it as his part-time residence.
Want to be on top of the Coachella Valley VIP list? Text the code word PALM to 515151 for your chance to play in the most glamorous of sandboxes.
Good luck.
I always shoot for that Coachella Valley VIP list every Coachella.
Sam and Jets, we'll send it back to you.
Oh, I tell you what, I know Doug has a fondness for that Coachella thing.
Yeah.
What a fantastic trip there. Good luck to everybody watching out here. You know what? They're already coming. I thought it would take a while.
I think there was a little anticipation of traffic.
Right.
And here they are. So this will be a good red carpet from the Emmys. We'll be right back.
You know what? If there's a Cinderella story, maybe there's a reason the Fonz is wearing a gold tie.
Gosh.
Don't you think that
Henry
potentially
Winkler.
is the moment? That's the standing ovation moment tonight.
He's the moment for his work on Barry. If you haven't seen that show with Bill Hader, it's so clever. It is a comedy, a dark comedy, I guess you could say, because it's about a hitman who goes to acting classes, and Henry Winkler is the acting teacher, and he is just brilliant in that role, and everybody's saying he's the guy to win the Emmy tonight.
He just has it down in the most spectacular way. 6-time nominee, has never won, and this sounds like a cliche, but it's true. If you ask anybody who's the nicest guy in Hollywood,
it's him.
It is absolutely Henry Winkler. Now, what is happening is several stars are walking past us. Justin there from This Is Us is on the way. Watch this. We'll show you how this works.
Okay.
Hey, Justin! Live now. He's
we're
coming
your
back.
best friend. You forgot to add that.
Right. In any event.
He tried that last time, you guys, and it didn't quite work.
It worked.
Yeah.
In any event, there's Regina. Oh, we're getting her now. Perfect.
Oh, fantastic.
Look how well that worked. And in the best color.
Regina, how are you?
I'm fine.
You know what? Neon is the hot color.
It is. It is. I've seen a couple of people who got that memo.
You look lovely.
Thank you so much.
You know what? You are no stranger to this. And does that make you more or less nervous? Because you, unlike others, you know the drill to some degree.
You know, actually, this year I am pretty relaxed, but I will say that it's always exciting. It's always an honor to be, invited to the dance. It's 4 in a row, so I'm kind of like,
impressive.
Wow.
Yes.
But
what do you think happened? Because you have worked successfully and wonderfully for a while. 4 in a row is remarkable. Are you picking better? Is there better stuff?
I definitely feel like there's much more to pick from. I feel like 10 years ago, there wasn't as much to offer on TV. There wasn't streaming. There wasn't Netflix.
Sure.
There wasn't, cable. It just opened up so much more. So there's more opportunity.
Do you get reflective when you come to a thing like this where you think about the beginning of your career and if you'd make it or if you'd succeed, and then here you are 4 times, being nominated 4 years in a row?
You know what? I do. I do think about it. It's not really so much that I thought about when I was younger, would I have made it or not? But you just, you want to continue on in what you've chose to do. But when I think about where I was at 14, in the bathroom, in high school, at Westchester High, and then now here I am again talking to you guys, I'm like, Mom and Dad did okay.
Local girl makes good. There's nothing wrong with that. Jennifer Lewis is right here with us. We just talked to her a short while ago. That outfit's going to get a lot of attention.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it from the head to toe.
Yeah.
And when I grow up, I'm going to be just like that.
Right? Isn't her passion, every time I hear her, whether she's on a talk show or whatever she does, there's such passion behind it.
Yes, the way she talks.
Yeah, it's the way she talks. But as an actor, I would guess
very
you
good.
would have
We have
to
to
have
introduce.
the
We have to
passion.
introduce you to Kevin Pollak because that was very, very impressive.
Yeah, very good.
This idea, though, Michael Chi and Colin Jost, big political night, or maybe not. Do you think it should go one way or another?
It will be. With those two, it can't not go that way. There's too much. The soil is too fertile for it not to.
Yeah. And then have you heard about the Tom Arnold, Mark Burnett fisticuffs?
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
This is really getting to. He needs to get to the bottom of it, and I don't know that we know.
There was so many of us there. And
were you there?
Oh, yes.
What did you see?
What did you hear?
We didn't. All we did was hear.
All right.
All we did was hear that.
Witness, Regina, go ahead. So where were you when this all went down?
I don't know. I can tell you where I was when I found out that it happened.
Okay. We heard there was ripped clothing. Can you
confirm or deny?
Confirm or deny?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's the best way to answer.
Well, you know what? Enjoy tonight.
Thank
Good to see you this year. 4 in a row. Wow.
Congratulations. Have a great time.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. That is fantastic. You know what? The gifts keep on giving for Regina and for you too. An opportunity to win an Emmy gift bag. Look at this.
Considered the red carpet curator, Karen Wood is the woman who actually picks and puts the swag in the bag.
Backstage Creations is contracted by the Emmys to produce the only official gift bag.
Always wanting to wow.
We love the bling. We have Mercedes Brunelli, and she uses Swarovski crystals.
Backstage Creations packing this year's official Emmy gift bag with exotic trips.
We also have an African safari. We have a trip to Bali.
New beauty tricks and health hacks.
Arc Crystal, wear your crystal, and it has these healing benefits as you're wearing it.
Plus, even a little something for those rising stars.
We've got Gund is a very popular plush item. We also have the ABC Mouse, the Age of Learning products, which are very popular.
So if vacationing at the Viceroy in Bali is on your bucket list,
we love giving KTLA viewers a chance to win one of the Emmy gift bags, and I think there's really something for everyone in here.
Text the code word STATUE to 515151 and the swankiest of swag bags could be the next delivery at your door. A lot of good stuff in there.
Really, really good stuff there. Good stuff here. The stars are coming in droves. Funny man Dion Cole on the way, and so many more as we continue.
Live from the Emmys.
All right, there's RuPaul. He already won on the weekend.
Yeah.
Ross Matthews, his colleague from Drag Race, and Carson Kressley as well.
He's a head and shoulders above the rest when you see RuPaul in the crowd.
As is Matt Iceman,
As is
handsome
Matt.
as a man could be.
And Carson Kressley, who was my competition on Celebrity Apprentice.
How was he as your competition?
He was amazing.
Yeah?
But one of us won, and it wasn't Carson.
This
All
guy.
right. I like the ninja pocket square.
I'm representing the show. This is our third time being nominated. We haven't won yet.
Okay.
It's an honor to be nominated. That's what losers say. Tonight we want to win. But we're just happy to be here.
Who are we trolling? Who are we up against?
Well, we've got RuPaul,
Right.
The Voice, Amazing Race, and I'm blocking them. I mean, they're all amazing shows.
Yeah.
It is nice. Honestly, this is where I tell you, reality TV does not get the respect it deserves. And I'm here to say we're TV too.
You know what? Just a secret. I'll just say this now and we'll run the tape later. In 2019, a whole new show to represent and respect reality TV. I know all about
Awards.
it. Really? Reality Awards.
Matt,
Who
that
could
is what-
host that show?
You.
There we
Me.
go.
I could.
You know your reality
Who can do the
TV.
red carpet? We're always pitching the side gigs. What's the problem with us?
Okay, if there's a celeb that you could have compete in
On American
who would
Ninja
you
Wear.
love
Well, listen, we've been trying to get Sam out for years.
Okay,
Honestly,
I think Jessica would be good because the ones who achieve and do better are light of frame.
right. You know who I would love to see is Zoe Saldana. We're seeing her in
tough
so
as
much
nails.
action at Guardians of the Galaxy. We know she's athletic, she's lean, great strength to weight ratio, and as we've seen, women have been dominating of late.
I think it's a good pick.
But no, but it's so funny all the things like
Plus,
strength to weight ratio.
She's gorgeous.
No problem.
And so I would really enjoy watching
There's
her
that
on the
too.
Now,
course.
Matt, you walk in here alone. Do you walk out here tonight alone?
What are you asking?
I-
An Emmy or
I
a?
am single, and I have no trophy. Akbar and Christine are running late, so it looks like I'm walking in alone. But I'm sure I'm going to leave with lots of nice new friends.
Yeah, single and ready
I'm
to
saying
mingle.
this no because my parents are out here this weekend watching me, so I don't want them to think I'm out here not being a gentleman.
This is the lead singer of Counting Crows, Adam Horowitz thing. He always walks into these award shows single, never walks out that way.
That guy gets so many women. You know, that's the difference between being a rock star and the host of a reality TV
Oh, but
show.
wait, Matt, something the ladies would like to know. You're a doctor, Dr.
I'm
Iceman.
a doctor.
So that counts for something
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure there are lots of ladies right now who are going to get out here and come out down to the Emmys just to meet me.
Well,
I hope.
it's entirely, you never know. It's entirely possible.
The night is young.
That would truly be a trophy to go home with.
Matt,
Good to
great
see
to
you.
see you. Congrats.
Thanks so much.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. There we go. Good to see you. All right, you know, from the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, yes.
It's Carol Kane. Come on. Carol Kane, don't be shy.
Making a little sun umbrella for
I
myself.
know.
But you know what? We were talking about this, and you have been here before. Compared to other conditions,
Okay, maybe
this
it's
is
a little better. Okay,
Little
I'll give
bit.
you that. And we're lucky to be here no matter what the conditions. But rain wouldn't be too bad for me.
Well, you're a New York gal, right? That's where you spend your time. You love New York City. Any lived anywhere else or any desire to?
Well, I have when I was doing Taxi or some of the films at Paramount. I did live here, but I always kept my place in New York. And also I lived in Paris. My mother lived there for 20 years. So we go back a lot. We love that, but it's beautiful here. Yeah.
you guys are having such a great time on your show, and does it find a groove as the additional seasons happen? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, sure, definitely. We have 7 more episodes to go, and then hopefully we're going to get to do a movie.
We hope so.
Oh,
That'd be great.
fantastic.
Carol, enjoy tonight.
Carol,
it's good to
have
see you
fun.
tonight. Thanks so much. Enjoyed it. Good
Stay
to see you.
cool
Thanks
and
so
find that umbrella,
Thank
okay?
you.
Yeah.
We say so long to Carol, and we say hello.
Oh.
Look at this. You walk in like the stud that you are, Trevor Noah. Just with the
so effortless.
I love this. The charm offensive starts, and then you loosen me up, and then you get me to give you the dirt and the dish on everything
Spill
that's
it.
happening.
Spill the dirt.
How you both doing?
really, really well. Speaking of dirt and dish, and this isn't really applicable as dirt and dish, but you, in theory, are probably going to host the show someday.
I would hope to. I think it's an amazing opportunity. Right now, I'm excited for Colin and Michael. I mean, huge fans of theirs as people and as comedians. So I'm going to be watching what they do, and then everything that they do wrong, I'll try and replicate the next time I host.
And then big political night tonight, or you've heard this where some people are like, oh, those people from Hollywood keep talking about Washington.
Right. You know what's weird is I'm always intrigued by people who say, why does anyone speak about politics? I think politics should be what everyone speaks about. It comes from the Greek word for the people. So, I mean, everyone should be speaking about politics and all types of politics. You know, it's not just what happens at a government level. It's everything that's happening. Midterms are coming up.
Sure.
So get into it. Be political.
And your show, everybody's loving watching, so popular, and I remember you saying that because so much is happening, you can't even get a dinner break.
Oh, no.
You're constantly writing, rewriting, news is coming in. How has that changed the way a show like yours is done?
We used to call it the 5:30 curse. It's when the president would tweet or say something that would throw the news for a spin, and that's when we were planning to tape. We've gotten used to it. I think over time, humans are very adaptable, and so I think we're in a space now where we expect the panic and we expect the stories to blow up, because President Trump has changed the news cycle forever, and at The Daily Show, we've grown accustomed to that.
Will The Daily Show tomorrow cover the Tom Arnold, Mark Burnett physical fight?
I heard about that. I still want to find out how much of it is true, because you know how people are. Maybe one person came up to another, put their hand on the shoulder, and they said, "Can I speak to you?" And then people are like, "He got choked."
Right.
So I'll wait until Wednesday, and if it's on a Wednesday, we're going to talk about it.
Trevor, it's good to see you. Have fun tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Megan Henderson and Doug Holt down the way. It's getting busy here. Star of The Handmaid's Tale, I believe, is with them right now.
Yeah, and if there is any show for tonight's ceremony considered the big gun, it would be The Handmaid's Tale.
Is it us?
Joining us now, Madeline Brewer.
Hi.
I gotta tell you, you look so much different with two eyes.
I do. I think most people would. I'd like to think that I look a little more attractive.
Oh, congratulations.
You look stunning today, by the way.
Absolutely stunning. So we need to talk about just the success of this show in general. Season 2 is finished. So powerful, the script, so powerful. It can be tough to watch, and I read somewhere that you said, you know what, sometimes I have trouble kind of getting through it as a viewer, because it's just so intense.
Yeah, and when we ask a lot of our audience members, we ask a lot of the fans of the show to be kind of in this heart-wrenching story with us, but they celebrate every painful moment. Or no, they go through every painful moment with us and then celebrate every triumph, and I feel like it's like a connection that you just have with these characters that is so special, and I say that, and I am one of them, but I feel so connected to this show and to their stories. And
You're a fan of your own show.
I am. I'm the height of narcissism, but I really am. I am.
Well, who isn't a fan of the show?
Several people, I'm sure, but some Twitter trolls definitely aren't. But
don't listen to them.
Yeah,
Madeline. You look stunning. Congratulations on being part of such a wonderful show. Have so much fun tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Madeline.
Have a
Sam
good
and
one.
Jess will send it over to you.
Gotcha.
All right, thank you guys very much. Dion Cole is here. Not one, but two shows.
Look at this suit. Can we talk about it? What if somebody else showed up in this? Oh my.
Then we're gonna start a routine.
You look great.
We're gonna thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So Blackish is going great. Grownish is going great. Blackish going into syndication. Dion's accountant is happy.
Yes.
Look at that bit now.
All right.
We are happy. We are happy.
Is that kind of that feel as an actor? And I'm sure there were times where you were in and out of work.
Yeah.
To know that that's kind of that's good retirement plan. That's all
it's a great retirement plan. It's so good, man, just to be honored like that. And we put in the hard work in order for us to be syndicated right now, and for the people to enjoy what we're doing. This is just an amazing feeling.
It's a special group.
It's just very special. It's a family. That's what it is. And I know it sounds cliche, but we hang out together when we're off work and everything. So yeah, it's a family thing.
All right, every time Anthony Anderson walks down this red carpet, he's carrying a wad of bills. It's nuts.
What's that all about?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does that.
Will he be rolling deep tonight like that?
Oh, I'm quite sure he does. He does it all the time. I call it bail money. He get into a fight, he's gonna have bail money to carry.
Jen, nice to see you.
Thank you,
We're
Dion.
Pleasure.
He leaves the carpet. You stick around. We're back here in just a minute. That is so funny. Spa like the stars at the Ritz-Carlton Bacara Santa Barbara.
I don't think there's a bad day at the Ritz-Carlton Bacara Santa Barbara.
The Oceanside Sanctuary treats all guests like A-list celebrities, and with the resort's signature Hollywood facial, be red carpet ready anytime.
The Hollywood facial bathes your skin in rich nutrients.
Want to bask in the beauty of Bacara? text the code word COAST to 515151, and this could be you. All right, we hope you win. We hope you win that. And coming back to our live platform, oh gee, when Dakota Fanning was here at 8 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And the miniseries,
Just a little thing.
Taken won an Emmy, and now, a couple years later, 24-year-old Dakota Fanning, The Alienist on TNT, nominated. So, do you remember 8-year-old you walking this Emmy red carpet?
I do actually. I do. I was wearing a pink and black dress.
Oh my God.
And I do remember being here. It was so exciting and a long time ago, but I'm excited to be back. Very
When
nice.
did you know that you wanted to do this for a living? Or I guess when you're a kid, you don't know that, that means it's a long time to choose a career at that age. But when did you really know, like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life?
Right away. I started acting when I was 6, and it seems weird to say that right away I knew, but I kind of did. I loved it and wanted to continue. And of course, as you get older, you realize that it's a career and not just something that you, a fun thing that you enjoy doing. But yeah, I feel like pretty early on, I took it quite seriously and wanted to always continue, and here I am.
And it begs the question, you are doing extraordinarily well, your sister Elle extraordinarily well.
Yeah.
Is it in the blood, do you think, to a degree?
Well, we're the only ones, I think, with the acting gene so far, so I don't know, because our family is athletes, and we don't really have that.
How many
gene
siblings?
as much. It's just me and my sister.
Okay, you and
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know exactly where it came from, but we definitely.
I tell you what, I remember, and I'm sure we could pull up pictures of both of us going to Elle Fanning. And now it's nice to see you tonight. Enjoy tonight. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I tell you what, all grown up, and yet we never age.
It's remarkable,
Here
isn't it?
comes Margot Martindale.
Hi, Margot.
There, you can look at yourself. There you are.
Hello. So you knew who
it was? We knew exactly who it was.
Hi, how are you? Oh, we're great. How are you?
I have said this, true or false. The last episode of The Americans was the single best hour on television, arguably ever.
I think that is 100,000% true. And I was so proud to be part of it.
I mean, it was like nothing I thought it was going to be, and they just stick to their guns. It doesn't matter what you want. I kind of wanted to do a little more schmacting, but no.
Is it the writing, the acting? What made it so special? And was it that way in the beginning, or did it evolve for you?
I think it was a little more free in the beginning, and then it got more and more.
Yeah.
They kept sticking to their guns, and they were 100% right.
Well, they had a very intricate puzzle to do. Sneaky Pete is great as well. So it's all going well for Margot.
I know.
Are you a Handmaid's Tale person? Joseph Fine is it?
Heavens no.
Oh, heavens!
How could I
for
be?
you? No, I don't. I don't mean it that way. Boy, that was dumb of me. We're rooting for the Americans too. Have a good time tonight.
Exactly.
I only say that because Megan and Doug down the way with Joseph Fiennes.
Oh,
yes.
Well, I'll say hi to him.
Yes, Margot Martindale says hi, Joseph.
Oh,
hello.
She's a fan as well.
I'm a big fan.
Who isn't of Handmaid's Tale, Joseph?
Well, probably not of Waterford himself and the despicable patriarchal rulers, but to our wonderful protagonists. Who wouldn't be a fan of those wonderful women?
So tell me, you stand here today, the reigning champion, the winner of the Outstanding Drama Series last year. Is there an extra pep in your step?
No, I think we're completely honored, and there's a huge movement going on today, and our show reflects somewhat that movement, and so there's a great, I think, responsibility rather than a sort of pumped upness.
And I want to hear more about your character. He's such a villain. He's so Is that tough for you to play? Is it hard to step into that? Because you seem like such a kind man.
Seem.
That's the key.
It is. I think it's tough for everyone, and Lizzie, just not on the work ethic alone, but just the sort of narrative and where it takes you. But it is. But we try to have fun, when we cut the cameras. I think that's the key to surviving those dark months.
And you talk about those underlying issues, but from a competitive standpoint, we are at the Emmys, and for the first time, I mean, like two of the greatest shows on television are going up against each other in Handmaid's Tale and Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but there's some wonderful shows as well that aren't necessarily the heavyweights like us, but I think they have such a good chance. I mean, I think when everyone's here today, when there's such a kind of a momentum behind each show. I think we recognize the talents on all fronts and all the other shows. I'm big fans of the other shows, and I think now is just to sit back and have a great time. We're all winners now we're here, really. I know it sounds a cliche, but it's so true.
Joseph, I appreciate you stopping by.
Joseph,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Sam and Jess.
All right, from a veteran actor to a bright young star, Mackenzie Hendersack it's not young Kate, it's just Kate from This Is Us. Do people come up to you every day and say, I can't afford all the Kleenex and the Puffs Plus because I cry every episode?
Kind of. They're like, can I take a picture with you? You make me cry at every single episode. I'm like, oh, and my mom cries like every single episode, even though she reads the script over. She's like, it's so sad. I'm like, Mom, you read the script.
You know what's going to happen.
I know.
And you grew up here in Burbank, so you're a local gal, and did kids at school that you used to go to school with, do they think, oh my gosh, this is crazy? Your friends, what does everybody think that you're on a hit TV show?
Yeah, my friends always like watch just like the little parts of me because like you're not allowed to watch the other ones. But they said that I'm really good, and then you should keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's very encouraging.
Very sweet.
That's really encouraging. And the fact that it has touched so many people, when they ask for those pictures and they tell you how the show makes them cry, what does that make you think?
It makes me feel like really sweet, and like sometimes it makes my day. Like if I'm going, like if my day's bad or like people are mean to me, it just helps me a lot.
You know what? Now Jessica and I are going to cry.
I know.
Gosh, enjoy the Emmys. Is this first time or second time for you? First time?
First
Well, we hope we
time.
see you on that Emmy stage. All right, thanks so
Have
much.
fun
Have a good
tonight.
time.
Thank
there we
you.
go. Quick break from us. We are live from the Emmys. Back here with more in a minute.
Fun. Enjoy your Emmy.
We are live from the red carpet. Say everybody, Jessica Holmes. Kate and Matarazzo from Stranger Things is here. And who are you saying hi to?
I'm saying hi to Joe. I see him on the screen right there.
Yes.
It's Joe Keery. He's my buddy.
That's right, on the show.
Hi.
You look good. And
Thank you so
the
much.
mustard velvet.
Yes. It's something new. It's something new. Never done it before.
Yeah.
When did the Stranger Things adventure start for you? How old were you?
I was actually 12 when I was cast.
Okay.
All right, so 12, you're 16 now.
16 now.
That's a very prominent 4 years.
Yeah.
Do you get it more now? How much the show means to people and all that?
I mean, we started off the show not really expecting much of it because it was a smaller project, kind of indie. There wasn't really much going on. We had Netflix to back us up on it, which was really exciting, but there really wasn't much to think. We couldn't really assume that it was going to take off as much as it did. And now seeing that it has, and I never really realized why until a lot of people started explaining to me that, of course, it's the nostalgia and they feel that they're back in their childhood. And then there are kids who, I've seen a lot of kids who want to be actors one day who come up to me and they tell me that I'm an inspiration to them, that the other kids are an inspiration because they want to be like legitimate actors. And it's really exciting that we're in a show that isn't a kid's show, but it's starring kids.
Right.
You know what? Speaking of younger actors, there's a guy named Parker Bates who is down the way. We're going to turn all our speakers up and on, and this is going to work or maybe not work. Parker's going to say hi to you, and you can say hi to him.
Hey, Parker.
Hey, Kane.
How you doing, bud?
Apparently, you guys have hung out together before, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's good to see you.
He's a cutie.
Isn't he a cutie? You know Parker, of course, from This Is Us. This is young Kevin.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. Gaten, great to see you. We're going to ask Parker a couple questions real quickly. Specifically,
Thanks, Gaten.
Congratulations to you. This is your first Emmy red carpet or gold carpet ever. What do you think so far?
I think it's really good. I think it's really fun. Yeah. So far, I've seen a few of my friends that we've met throughout the years, and then we just got to hang out with my cast in the line.
See, you know what I like about his attire right now? Like,
You look so amazing.
Oh, and I am sweating. You look cool as a cucumber, dude.
Well, I mean, I kind of am. My outfit's pretty light, so.
He can handle it.
Well done.
So I'm curious about some of your older castmates, you know, the Sterling K. Browns, Justin Hartley. Did they give you advice about being in Hollywood?
Well, we don't really hang out a lot because we're in different time periods and different stuff. But when we are with them, they do give us some advice. And then also some just about our character. But then we just personally, I watch their scenes very closely, just just to see what their character's like in the future, just to like so that I can relate with the character in the future.
Absolutely. So you're learning from them, huh?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. Have so much fun tonight. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
My man.
Oh, do I get to do that too? I want that. Whew, I love it. All right, Sam and Jess, over to you.
Mark Merritt says, I don't need a tuxedo for my Emmy-nominated show Glow, which is, I didn't say that's a
nice suit.
You do have a nice suit.
I mean, I was told that I could just wear a black suit and that's enough.
I think you look
Come on, I
great.
spent hours picking cat hair off of this all day, and you know, I think it looks pretty good.
I know, I'm not calling you out. You absolutely
You
look
do.
terrific. Here's the thing. You had your own show, Marin, which I enjoyed very much. But with this thing with Glow and all this attention, what do you think?
Well, I you know, it's surprising. I like attention, and it's nice to be part of such an amazing original show that it really captures an era in a way, the 80s, that you don't see much. It's not campy. It's just right to, you know, just perfectly subtle. And, you know, the message of it is great. A lot of powerful women doing power moves in a wrestling ring. And one sort of jerk who is not, he's a salvageable jerk. You know what I mean?
Yes,
There's
that's
a lot
good way
of
of putting it.
salvageable jerks out
Right,
there.
right. And I've seen the ladies, a few of them on the carpet tonight. What is that relationship like amongst the gals when they get in the ring together?
Well,
Do
yeah,
they put on the game face and it's like, I'm taking you down?
Well, they actually are become like a team because they have to train, you know, for weeks before we start. They all know how to wrestle now, and they all hang out with each other. And I just sit there going, "Hey, hi, I'm
I'll
coming
sit over
in.
here.
Yeah, I'll be
Now,
over here."
does that scare you a little bit that there could be a body slam directed towards you?
Yes, and I don't know if it's going to happen this season as we go into it. I imagine at some point I'll have to get physically
Folding
hurt.
chair over the head or something?
Yeah, maybe. Right, that's a good, I'm going to tell the writers. I'm going to write that down.
We're going to think of ways for Mark Maron to get hurt.
Okay.
Congratulations to you.
Congrats.
Good to see
Thanks
you.
so much.
Megan and Doug across the way with one of the stars of The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, we've got this down with Handmaid's Tale.
We do.
We have like a rapport
We're
with
so
you guys.
lucky.
Well, yeah, it's because we love you.
We love you right back. Congratulations once again. I mean, the
thanks.
success of this show. So the second season script comes in.
Right.
What you're reading it? Are you shocked? Are you surprised? Do you have any idea which way it's going?
Terrified. I'm like, what is in the minds of these people?
Right?
Yeah, it's so dark. And every time you get a new script, you're like, geez, what's going to happen next? And how are they going to follow it up? And they keep on doing it. So that's Bruce Miller, but yeah.
You know, OT, I often see you out and about on these things, and you really seem to savor the moment and have a good time.
Yeah, you know what? Carpe diem, live in the moment, you know, and all of that.
It could be a lot worse, right?
Do you know what I mean? Random people. Apart from, I'm probably wearing too many layers right now. I feel hot in this LA weather, but
We're feeling
you know,
you,
yeah, but I'm loving it. And it's great also to meet some of the people that you admire, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's, you know.
So what is your favorite? What's your favorite show these days? What are you watching?
I'm a big fan of Atlanta. I'm watching
So
a
good.
lot of that. So yeah, that's my favorite.
Sticking to your favorite shows in the comedy series.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not supporting any of those dramas.
OT, my man, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Great to see
Sam,
you. Good
Jess.
luck tonight. Oh, I get this too.
All right,
I love this. We
OT's
need to
colleague,
work on
while
this.
he and
OT.
Megan do the handshakes goodbye. Max Mangeli here. Max, you saw OT there. I don't know if this is the correct phrase, but you guys walk in almost as potentially a presumptive winner. Handmaid's Tale has done well here before.
Oh, it's nice to say. Look, it's amazing to be a part of this. When we made the show, we had no idea that anyone would watch it at all.
Yeah.
So to be included is kind of insane.
And the reaction to the end of last season. I'm sure you've heard all. What's the theories? What are people saying to you?
I think people are very invested in the show, which is great, and it causes a lot of discussion. I have actually no idea what's going to happen next, so I'm as curious as everybody else is. Yeah.
Well, Max, enjoy this evening. Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Max.
Thank you
Such
so
a
much.
pleasure. You look great. Thank
We
you.
are going to take a very quick break here. Boy, they're all here.
They're all here.
We continue live from the Emmys. Back with more in just a moment.
Welcome back live from the Emmy red carpet. All the celebrities are arriving. We just saw Mandy Moore getting out of the car. Cast of This Is Us, Handmaid's Tale, and such a fantastic, fabulous group, the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race. Bravo, congratulations to you guys. 12 nominations tonight. How excited are you?
Very exciting. We're just excited to be invited to the party. I mean, that's really what it's all about. You know, being nominated, I know it's a cliche, is a great thing. It is a great thing. So we won 4 last week, and tonight we're up for 1.
Right, and Ru, you won one in particular last week. Is there less pressure on you coming into this?
You know, 36 years in the business, I don't have any pressure. Honestly, I am happy to be anywhere right now, just being somewhere.
Absolutely.
What about, I mean, just speaking volumes for the show, every year you're facing so many Emmy nominations. I mean, just talk about that for a second.
Well, you know, this show in particular I think is very special. It entertains so many people, but it also nudges the culture in a certain way. And you think about 10 years ago when the show first started, what a different world it was then, and the adversity we face now. I think the show is more important than ever and more popular than ever.
Absolutely. And Carson, I would say it has a lot of layers to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it appeals to a lot of different people, but I think it appeals to so many people because at its core, it's joyful and it celebrates people and it lifts people up that maybe didn't have a voice or a light on them and says you can be amazing at what you do and who you are.
And the fabulousness.
Yes,
it's all about the fabulousness.
That too.
I attended a drag con earlier this year. The fan base that you guys have is insane. What's it? Touche, Mode, what is it?
Sachet, Chante, you stay. Yeah.
You should know this, Doug Cole.
I should know this.
You should know this.
Try on heels. Did I see you in heels?
I tried on heels, yes.
Yeah,
He remembers.
You do watch,
I told you.
Speaking of heels, before we leave, is it possible to get a shoe shot here? You guys.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
It might be impossible.
Flexible.
We're talking
Lift me on your shoulders so I control my
bright orange. We're talking adorned, stunning. Look at this.
Shot, everybody.
That is the money shot at its finest.
Calvin Klein, darling, Calvin Klein.
Of course. All of you, thank you so much for taking. We love seeing you, and have so much fun tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
So much.
Sam and Jess, send it back to you.
Oh boy, a good get there and here as well. By the way, Sam Rubin and Jessica Holmes, Megan Henderson and Doug Kolk there with the cast of Drag Race. Michael Zegan, everybody loves Mrs. Maisel. Did it take you a long time to get Mizell?
I went into it thinking it was Mizell, and I think my first audition, I was saying that, but they had to correct me.
We were told Maisel like basil.
Maisel like
That's how to
basil.
remember.
Yeah.
And are you kind of the schlemiel who should have appreciated her from the very start?
Or the schlemazel.
I'm a little bit of both. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I think they kind of made me out to be the villain in the first episode, but then as the season progressed, you saw that there was more to him than that, and certainly in the second season, that trend continues. So.
It is my absolute favorite show.
Good.
I think there's a lot of shows out there that have an overarch of kind of a darkness. There is such a lightness to the show.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's charming, and it's set in a time period, I think, that just takes people to a different place.
Yeah, and it's so colorful, and the costumes are amazing, and the sets and the cars. You know, it's. I didn't know how big it was going to be when I did it, and then I think it was episode 2 when I had this scene where I'm walking down the street and they had like 200 extras and all these cars lined up, and they closed down 18th Street between like 5th Ave and 6th, and causing so much traffic, and I was like, this is a big show.
Well,
this is a lot of
this is an actory phrase, but all that fabulous costume work and all the set pieces, does that inform the performance?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it puts you in that world, and we have the most talented people working for us. So yeah, every time they slick my hair back, and today it's kind of Maisel-esque, but it puts me in that character.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
Your leading lady is nominated too. Are you excited for her?
I'm so excited for her. I think she's going to win. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. I think she's going to win.
I think your show may have a very good night as well. Share this good news with Jessica. They just finished season 2, and your review of season 2 is that?
I think it's better than season 1, and I love season 1. I think season 1 is perfection, but I think that somehow they top themselves.
When do we see it?
I think at the end of this year.
Okay.
Sometime before the end of this year, you will see.
Because we're going to have a binge party at Jessica's house.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What, is it one a night? Or?
I told him, I said, it's the only show I've ever binge watched. He goes, how many did you watch in a row? I said, well, one a night. He goes, that's not binge. For me, it is.
Michael, nice to see you. Good luck tonight. Have a good time.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Wonderful show.
To Megan and Doug, Game of Thrones could have a huge evening.
Oh, my gosh.
And their guests could have a very big night.
Oh, you were so right. George R.R. Martin, the author of the Game of Thrones books. First of all, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
What a special night.
It's exciting.
So I have a question here, because where we are in Game of Thrones now has surpassed where you are with the books.
I'm slow and they're fast.
How is it to watch where they're going with it?
Well, it's strangely surreal.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff they're doing are things I told them about years ago. So they're getting to some points before I get to them, where you'll be seeing the same things in the books. But in other cases, they're diverging. I mean, they're for one thing, they've killed a lot more characters than I. There are about 20 characters at this point who are dead in the show but alive in the books.
Right.
So if people like those characters, they should read the book when it comes out, and they'll see more of them.
There you go.
If there's ever going to be a book adaptation, though, you might as well have this Game of Thrones production, because the attention to detail is just astounding.
Well, the show is an adaptation of the books. It's not a book adaptation of the show, but yeah, their detail is incredible. And but there's still more in the books, of course. You know,
of course.
We gotta
my
read the
books are like
books.
that,
There's more up here.
that thick, so you can't fit it all in any TV show.
No, George, thank you. Enjoy tonight. Enjoy
Thank
with
you.
the cast members. We're going to go ahead and
Thank
send it back over to Jess and Sam.
Megan, thanks so much. Lonnie Chivas, of course, is Little Randall on This Is Us. We saw Little Kate. Is junior cast the right word? Are you guys all pals?
Yes, we are all pals. It is really, really amazing. You see us all together and you're like, you're a real family.
Oh my gosh, look at the way you embrace yourself.
Brother, hello,
Hey,
brother.
There it is.
That's so, because we hear that, when you read stories and you guys like to hang out together, but that's for real. You all really support each other.
Really support each other. We're all really proud of each other. We love hanging around each other. It's
Do
really
the grown-ups give you advice? Do they act like mom and dad?
Yes, they really actually do act like mom and dad. They're really cool.
One thing Mackenzie said to us, Little Kate, is that people come up, oh, gee, could you take a picture? And then as they're posing for that selfie, your show makes me cry.
Yeah, a lot.
What about your family? Does it make your family cry when you're like mom or dad watch?
All of us cry, really.
Yeah. Do you watch? Do you sit and watch with your family?
I watch it with my family a lot.
Aw.
Kleenex or Puffs Plus?
Or you just suck it up and act like
both.
Okay.
I'll take both. I run out of one, I might take the other one.
Or are you one of those guys where it's like, are you crying? And you're like, no, I'm not me. I'm not crying.
Yeah, that's definitely me. It's definitely me. Like somebody comes up, hey, are you crying? No, I'm all right.
Lonnie, enjoy tonight. Nice to see you.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations. He's so
no stranger
sweet.
to these proceedings.
Judith!
She is respected. Here we go.
Woo! Our
Hello.
fave.
Thank God you have a red carpet.
I know.
I've been on the gold carpet.
Well,
in the yellow dress.
Who knew?
Right? I'm so
You
happy
look
for it, though. Thank you. We love Christian Siriano. Thank you.
No, this is absolutely
Oh,
beautiful.
look at, can we see the back for
If you
just
don't
a
mind.
second? Look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, Judith. A vision.
Right.
We love her coming and going.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you are no
Damn,
stranger.
you are so funny.
You are no stranger to this.
I am no stranger. That's right.
And so does that make it easier?
Well, if I could have worn my nightgown, maybe, yes, I would have. No, it's it's never easier. There's always butterflies, but there's always gratitude as
Right.
the top note.
Yes.
There's so much television out there. To be selected, be one of the people that's selected, is just, it's really, I'm so grateful for that. And to be in this project, Ryan Murphy, I mean,
know.
and all of these amazing actors, people.
He's
great team.
just like the fact he is a creative genius, but the things that are going on in his head must be otherworldly once he puts them on paper, right?
I don't know. I mean, some of it is definitely otherworldly. Some of it, like this and OJ, is really about the culture and the changes that have to happen in the culture. It's about waking people up. It's about educating people. It's about telling people, like in the assassination of Gianni Versace, how there was so much that was related to the homophobia in the country at the time, which is still happening as well. So we want to be talking about that, and that's also Ryan's genius. He has his finger right on the pulse of something that's very, very important. And to that end, I just want to point out that I'm been lent tonight the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS pin that she had made in rubies for her when she got the Oscar, the Jean Hersholt Award for her AIDS work, and she wore a yellow dress. And so
you're channeling her tonight.
No, I don't think I'm channeling Elizabeth, but I'm holding her close, I must say, and also reminded that there are still so much work that we have to do in relation to HIV and AIDS.
Judith, it's really good to see you tonight.
Judith, thank you so much.
Cross
Such a
the way to
pleasure.
Megan and Doug.
You know, he's taking a break from the poker table for a moment to come to this little award show. We have Kevin Pollak, joined by Kevin and Luke and Caroline.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Marvelous Mrs. Manzo, great to see you guys.
Thank you.
You're
We're celebrating
You have a lot to celebrate.
an annoyingly successful show.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, I had no idea. Did you guys know this is like his first television series? We've seen him in movies for
Yeah.
so long, Kevin.
I've been in a couple of shows that lasted 2 or 3 episodes.
Right.
So they don't let you come to the Emmys when that happens.
You got to reach a certain level.
You've got to reach the zeitgeist, as
Yeah.
it turns out.
You have to go 3 or more, and then you can show.
And then you're in. But
And have a Lenny Bruce character in the show.
that helps.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Kevin about this a little bit earlier in terms of recognizing how special this show was, kind of from the very, very beginning. You feel the same?
Absolutely, yeah.
What was going through your head when you first read that first script?
I knew there would be certain people that liked it, but I had no idea it would explode. It's really satisfying, isn't it? It's so exciting.
And I'm a fan of the show as well. We were just speaking about this. It's not only acting and the script, but the era and the costumes. I mean, it's just done brilliantly.
Production values are so authentic and brilliant.
Amazon may not know yet they don't need to spend this much money per episode.
Shh, don't tell them this.
I'm
They're
telling
listening.
you, the secret is everywhere you look, there's an A+ person in every department.
yeah.
Every department. You are looking at the top of the heap.
Makes such a difference. Well, all of you have so much fun tonight. You're going to be sitting together, I hope.
Yes.
You know, don't.
we are.
Yes. So
You're
enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, I think that's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate your time.
Thank
have
you
fun
guys.
tonight.
Have a good night.
Thank you. You are watching live from the Emmys red carpet. We've got so much more coverage coming up. The stars still arriving. We're going to bring you interviews coming up.
Welcome back. We're live from the Emmy. Sam Rubin and Jessica Holmes. Chris Sullivan is married on This Is Us to Kate, obviously.
Yeah.
He's married in real life to the beautiful Rachel. Happy couple here joining us on. And this is the
Hi, you
greatest part.
guys.
Rachel, what we love about you, you're our favorite spouse by far, is no, because you're a civilian and you don't mind all of this.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
super
hard.
fun.
It's a kind of a hectic way to enter an event, but here we are.
Is it kind of like a date night? We're a very glam
No.
date.
No, this is the last.
What is a date night for you two? Like a normal date night?
I mean, we're pretty normal.
Go ahead, tell it. Lay it on us.
TV. We love catching up. We love ordering in.
Yeah.
Sushi.
We're talking the Great British Baking Show.
Oh.
We're talking Queer Eye.
Making it.
We're talking making
Love
it.
making it. Yeah.
Um,
We love those competition
yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Very, very quickly, when he did this audition and he came home, did he say to you, you know what, this one, there's something about this show, there's something about this character?
Well, there was an immediate connection with the character, that's for sure. But with any audition, you never know. So.
We knew that the first script was one of the best scripts I had ever read in television. And we knew the pilot was going to be special. It wasn't until they released a teaser trailer on Facebook, they got something like 90 million views in a matter of days, that we thought, oh, something might be up here. People might be connecting to these themes.
Well, indeed they have connected. Two of you enjoyed
guys
tonight.
so
Thanks so
much.
much. Really
Pleasure
good to see
meeting
you.
you. Thank you.
so
Have
much.
fun.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Rachel, my sister's name, Rachel. It's her birthday tomorrow. And it's almost as if it's his birthday today. The man of the hour.
Mr.
There is no
Winkler.
question. Mr. Winkler, Mrs. Winkler, how are you?
Let's make
We're
room.
going to help you get up here. There we are.
Hi.
Henry,
How are
here we
you?
go.
Good.
All right, good to see you, sir.
I missed you last time.
Oh,
How are you?
good. How are
It's a
you?
pleasure to see you
Yes,
again.
you
Henry,
My
when
wife, Stacey.
Stacey,
Hi,
nice to see you.
Stacey.
I'll ask you the question before I ask him.
Yes.
When he walks up on that stage tonight,
Please, God.
and the entire crowd stands on their feet at length, you're already holding yourself like that. What's that going to be like?
I'm verklempt.
From your mouth.
From
I've
your
been here
mouth to
before.
God's ears. That's what I'm hoping.
You've been here before 6 times.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I just found out that I have the record for the longest drought in between nominations. Over 7,000 people have been nominated in between.
Oh, but you know what? When we spoke to you last, something that stuck with me, that you said why you are the man who you are, which everyone loves your husband, because you have gratitude. And I thought that was just so beautiful to say it, because I think in this business people can maybe forget that, the importance of that.
Do you know what there is nothing else. There is family, there is gratitude for the support you get from your family, and then there is support for... I was 27 when I got the Fonz. I'm now 72, and we're here talking together. That's pretty amazing.
I tell you what, and people attribute that to a lot of things, to your considerable talent, to your willingness, which we've talked about many times, to not sit at home and audition for things. I'm not too proud to audition. And it's a cliche phrase, but you've heard it a million times. Who's the nicest guy in Hollywood? Oh, it's Henry Winkler.
Yeah, everybody says it.
You know what? I don't think about being nice. I just think about we're on this planet together, and I'm so happy we're here.
But he does walk the walk, which is awfully nice.
You play an acting, and he plays an acting coach, and you told a funny story about your acting coach, who was very mean back in the day.
Many. I had many. I'm not kidding. Well, I was thrown out of my acting class at Emerson College because we were supposed to do a scene. I didn't memorize it, so I said, I'm going to try something brand new. I'm going to read it and act it at the same time. And Dr. Sensenbach said, not in my class, you won't. Get out. And I was kicked out of my acting class for the first time, not the last.
Were there people along the way who were either, because we both had that conversation, where they closed the door and they're like, you know what, this really isn't for you? Or people who said, you know what, you're on the right path?
Donald Rock, the music teacher at McBurney School for Boys, said one sentence to me, Winkler, if you ever do graduate, you're going to be okay. You know what, and I held that in my heart.
All right, Henry, we're going to hold in our hearts good wishes for you tonight.
We are,
I hope
Henry.
we see you backstage. I anticipate that we're going to
Thank you so much.
Okay?
Congratulations.
Very happy to see you.
Good to see you. Quick break here, and we're back live from the Emmys. That was Henry Winkler, no less. We're coming right back.
Promotional consideration provided by L'Organique Beauté.
Live from the Emmys red carpet, welcome back the stunning Mandy Moore. This is us, looking beautiful as always. Sam Rubin, Jessica Holmes, Megan Henderson, Doug Kolk, and I am so excited that we are welcomed by someone who actually put you once in a headlock. This is fantastic.
The last time we saw each other,
rights, Brittany.
you had me begging for dear life.
I did, but you played into it really well. You're an honorary Glow member.
Well, you gave me the cue when to stick out your tongue.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I gave you some instructions.
Brittany, of course, from Glow. I love this series. I'm obsessed. I actually watched Glow as a child.
Yes.
Did you have an idea that people were going to really respond to this show the way that they did?
I mean, honestly, I had deep down in my heart, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Everyone's going to love it. The actual reaction was more than I could have imagined. I never could have dreamed how well people were going to respond to it, how they were going to relate to it. It's amazing. Our fans are great.
And when you face an Emmy nomination, it's got to be ultra gratifying knowing that you guys have put so much hard work into these roles.
Oh yeah, I mean
physically too.
Yes, physically, mentally, it's all us out there. Nomination or not, we're very proud of what we've done on Glow, and we're going to continue to do the same work that we've done. But to see that, the critics love it, the audiences love it, it really is very heartwarming. We're very appreciated and humbled by it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Well, enjoy your time off. I know you're getting back in the ring soon.
Yes.
Training starts in the next couple
months. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to take naps. I'm going to relax.
This.
I'm going to binge watch as much TV as possible. Then it's back to work.
Brittany, when are we getting back in the ring?
When do you want to go? I'll call my buddy, get his ring out.
Say the word.
Don't make promises now.
Sam and Jess, back to you.
Thank you guys.
Set the date.
Matt Iceman has brought back his friends. Matt, please introduce your handsome colleagues and then explain the fight that's happening.
Akbar Bajabi is here. But I also, as we know, I'm single, as is Christine Leahy. So we are the two causes, the charitable cases out
I'm
here.
married to 4 kids.
I was getting dressed this morning and I put this ring
on this finger on accident. My stylist was like, no, don't do that. You don't want to confuse the people. But I have to thank you for these because we're not allowed to really eat on a day like this. So thank you for everything.
Well, Akbar just said he would wrestle you for those. He's very hungry.
And I asked if I could use him because my feet were hurting, and he said if I can have your M&Ms. And I said no.
Jim,
No, I
please,
want that.
I'll take some more. We offer plain peanut, and they're coming out with new flavors.
There's a blackmail market.
Yeah, I love the peanuts. I'm big on peanuts. Oh, wow.
At the Emmys, the hottest accessory, peanut M&Ms.
No question about it.
Are my favorite
All
people.
right. Well, with good reason. I'm very good as a Cupid. What are you looking for? I already hooked Matt up.
Okay. Well, confident, smart, a good person.
Height.
Well, I do like height, but just if you're not tall, just be confident that I like my 5-inch heels and I'm 5'10". So.
Deal. Did these two try to set you up?
No. And
Would you trust
I don't.
us to set
I
everyone
love you
up?
guys, but I don't trust
All
you.
right, we have a lot to work out with you guys.
Yeah, we
Hang
do.
on. We will do that. Megan and Doug with Chrissy Metz going to have a big evening tonight.
Oh, we love Chrissy Metz so much. She's a little parched. It is hot out here, isn't it, Chrissy?
Parched.
I know. But you look stunning.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so we were
Thank you very
talking
much.
about the Emmys last year, of course, with This Is Us again,
Yes.
nominated this year. Feels a little different this year?
Yeah, it feels a little more comfortable. You sort of know what it means and what it's going to feel like. And it's like, it's a little easier in a way. Yeah, for sure.
This show, year after year, is one of the heaviest shows you could possibly watch.
Yeah.
Just to stand here again on season 2, knowing that you've maintained that consistency, it's got to be ultra gratifying.
Well, it is, and our writers' room and our showrunners and Dan Fogelman, of course, are like just brilliant at what they do, just consistently. And you're like, oh, how? What? I mean, I don't know. I think they're magicians.
They are magicians, but you guys as a cast, as an ensemble, I buy into your relationship so much off camera, and I think that adds so
it's
much
real.
to it.
It's
It is real, right? Talk a little bit
relationship.
about that.
I mean, we're friends.
Yeah.
I ask them for advice, we're sending each other silly texts. It's just like it's a real relationship and a real family.
And I would imagine just almost like a sports team, to bring the sports analogy into it, you probably play off each other, and that brings out your acting ability.
Absolutely, and we both, whatever scene we're in, I think each actor really trusts each other, and because we all prepare and we all really take it seriously because we're so grateful for it, it's sort of wonderful every single time.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, so next season, more tears, right? Of course,
Sure.
that's a duh.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
season, though, some feel-good moments too.
Definitely some
All right.
great feel-good moments.
We had nothing to worry about, do we?
Nah,
Chrissy?
you don't.
All right.
No.
Have so much fun tonight.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
All
Chrissy,
right.
you're always one of the nicest people in Hollywood. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Chrissy.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right,
good
we
one.
have so much more coming up live from the Emmys red carpet. Coming up right after this. We'll be right back.
You know what? Stars haven't stopped since 2 this afternoon.
No.
A non-stop display.
It's a freight train.
It's a freight train of
Yeah.
celebrity, a freight train of Stranger Things stars. Cara Bono's among them. It's nice to have you here. New York
Hi.
actress working in Atlanta. We were talking about because Caitlin was here. They're all growing up right in front of our very eyes.
I know. My daughter was 2 when the show started, and now she's going to be 5. And I love working with kids. I know
Yeah.
one of the things they say is don't work with children or animals. I love working with children and animals, and yes, they're all becoming quite grown up.
And I'll tell you what, I'll ask you one other question that Gaten brought up. That, oh gosh, it was kind of this little indie thing. We knew Netflix was behind it, but we didn't know it would be like this.
Yeah. I read the script, and it was one of the few things that my agent says, you're absolutely crazy about this project. I've never seen you pursue it, and I actually, as I was auditioning for it, I told the Duffers, I said, I want to be on your show, whether it's season 1 or season 4, because I love the genre, and I love the writing, but I did never anticipate it would be this kind of huge phenomenon.
Okay, anything you can tell us about the upcoming season? I know they make you, cross your heart, hope that I won't spill any secrets, but...
Tell all.
My character opens up a wine shop because she loves wine, just to get out of the house.
Good for her.
Good for her. We admire that. Cara, nice to see you. Thanks for being here
And
today.
then bad
Enjoy
things
tonight.
might happen.
Maybe,
Maybe, yeah.
She doesn't know what's going on there. She's got to throw down a few.
Have a good time.
See you. Have fun tonight.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. You bet. Absolutely. Here comes John Leguizamo. the host, the actor, the personality.
Man,
Good to see you.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Hey, John.
Nice.
Good to see you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you too. Yeah, you're looking great.
You have hosted award shows. You've done all sorts of different things. What's it like walking down the carpet like this?
It's a much better feeling. It's a less stressful feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I just have to worry about my speech. If I win, if I lose, not to put on a negative face. If I lose, not to be bitter.
Is that hard to do? Because it's human nature. They say a name, the camera's right here.
The best thing is not to believe you're going to win. Then you don't feel so upset when you lose.
And surprise if you do.
But if you have that one little moment where you go, God, I hope I get it, and then you're going to be upset.
Well, I tell you what, we talked about this. It's happened to me for the local Emmys or something, and the winners, and I literally stand, and then they say somebody else.
Yeah, you definitely.
No, I stay seated until I make sure that it's really my name.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be.
John, it's good to see you. Have a
Thanks,
good time.
John.
Thanks so much.
Have a great time in there. Good luck to you.
All right, this is a woman who is no stranger to all this. Tatiana Maslany, nice to see you.
Oh.
Here's the thing. People love the show. You have been honored for the show before with very good reason. A melancholy sense, and I hope I got this right, the show's concluded now, is it not?
Yeah, we've been done for about 1.5 years. So it's kind of awesome that we're back here.
Right, because now everybody can get together again and celebrate the show one more time.
Exactly.
You're nominated. Congratulations. How's that going into the show tonight? The feelings, butterflies?
I feel less butterflies this year. It feels a little more calm. We were very lucky to be here again and surprised that people still remember the show. So it's nice to, just have one final kick at the can.
Not only remember the show, but you hear other actors and actresses, because the multitude of characters that you have played on the show, and they're literally like, nobody could do this. This is an impossible task, and yet you've accomplished it season after season, episode after episode. Did it ever seem that daunting to you?
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea what I was getting into when I took the part. I was just desperate for it, loved it so much, thought the writing was so brilliant, and dove into it, but had no idea what it was going to be. But I think that actually playing multiple characters is a very natural state for an actor to be in. We audition constantly.
Sure.
We have to switch it up all the time, learn new things, try on a new character. So I think it's kind of a natural thing for us to do.
Wow, Tatiana, congratulations.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Thanks so much,
you.
Tatiana. Here we go.
Love the pants.
Yeah, no, this is it's fantastic. All right, I was going to say my favorite. Say it. Say it. Don't be shy about it. It's my favorite outfit, except for maybe for Louis Anderson.
Louis! Oh, Louis has a rubber chicken on his
KTLA, man. 30 years we've been doing it. Damn it, we're still here.
Still here, and still here now is a Big Shot Emmy winner.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know if I'm a big shot.
I'm
big.
No. But Basket's awesome. Your work.
Thank you.
I always love how you talk about the inspiration being your mother for that character. I think that's so sweet.
It's a great feeling to, when I go out there to do this thing and think, here's what I think. I'm out there, I'm ready to shoot the scene, and I say, what would my mom say? What would she do? And can I celebrate her in this scene? Because she deserves to be celebrated. Me Too, speaking of the Me Too movement, my mom was abused by my dad. My 5 sisters had an abusive husband. I was well aware of it always, and I'm glad we're doing that. But, the great thing is this, that a kid from the project get a chance to win another Emmy. I have 2 from daytime from my cartoon, and 1 from primetime. I need 1 more to make a table.
There you go, Louis.
Let's talk about that table. Would it be like a backgammon table, mahjong table? What?
I would think it would be a table I could eat at. So I could eat and then go, oh, I won that one for the, and then take another bite and go, oh, you too, primetime.
Right.
And then,
How's Vegas? Still?
Vegas is great. I love it.
Oh, good.
I love Vegas. I love KTLA. I just want to say, for people who don't know this, KTLA always supported all the young talent coming up. You always had a shot. It made a difference in your appearances. If I did KTLA, I sold tickets that I needed to sell. Before I was known, people were just great. I'm very loyal.
Oh, Louis,
just by ear, he's hired.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You're in. Louis, good to see you.
Thanks, Louis.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much.
great time tonight.
Hope we see you backstage tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Louis Anderson there, and then one of the stars of Glow is going to make her way here. Look how beautiful she is. Oh my gosh.
You are.
Honey, you are the belle of the ball.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
Wow.
much.
You win.
Oh my gosh.
I win first place?
Yes.
I'm an athlete, so that means a lot.
So here's the thing. This is a show, Glow, that celebrates athletes and all that they go through. And even in real life, what was your sport?
Oh, track and field.
Okay.
Track and field and volleyball, but
Yeah.
I got a full track scholarship to Georgia.
Oh, wow.
And then I actually walked on the volleyball team. So yeah.
Because you were that good.
Yeah, I'm that good, you know.
Look at that. So compare and contrast what these women do. I mean, it is athleticism, but there's
Yes.
other stuff too.
Oh my gosh, it's a different muscle. I mean, running, that's track and field, but we're actually using our bodies, slamming ourselves on the ball. I mean, I'm literally picking up women over my head
Spinning around.
and slamming them on the ground. So yeah, this is different.
We won't ask you to do this, I don't think. But because
ahead.
could you?
Can I?
Yeah.
I can
Okay, go ahead.
pick up.
Sure.
Okay.
There we go.
Boom.
Bam! Like
Wow.
this is what I'm doing.
No.
This is what I do for a living.
But how fun to spend your day. I'm sure you guys have a great camaraderie with one
Yes.
another, and to get to be like, here, come here, honey.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna give you a body slam.
Yeah, put your head in my crotch. That's pretty much what we do. Yeah, but it's 15 women.
Right.
And we all like each other and we get along. That's very hard. And I'm just so blessed to work on a show like this that is women dominated. We have women directors. Our producers, Liz and Carly, they wrote. You know, I'm just so fortunate to be in this era. Yeah.
Well, we're happy for you. You win every award.
Yes.
Our friends Megan and Doug across the way with that handsome guy from This Is Us. Watch. Look.
The handsome guy from This Is Us. That was the introduction here.
Thank you guys.
What are you talking about? I didn't see Milo. I'm looking for Sterling. I'm looking for Chris.
Justin, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
We were
man.
talking to Chrissy a little bit earlier, also from This Is Us, and she was talking about how this Emmys red carpet feels a little bit different than last year, a little less pressure. Do you feel the same way?
Listen, here's the thing. The way I live my life is I try not to ever have any pressure. So I don't really.
How do you do that, Justin?
I have no idea.
What's the secret?
I don't know.
Oh.
I never feel pressure. No, I'm kidding.
I was like,
less
wow.
pressure. Well,
Give me some of that.
Less pressure. It's a great event. There's no pressure. I'm going to talk to my sister when we get in there. There's no pressure.
I like that.
What about pressure when you get the new season script? Because the arcs of your character, this season in particular, I mean, your character.
Yeah, that's pressure. Because you have beautiful writing, people that obviously are extremely talented at their craft. Our whole writing team, writing these beautiful, wonderful words for you, this wonderful story for you, and then you have to deliver. So you like to think that you could do it, but until you actually have the opportunity to do it, you're like, you keep telling people you could do it, and then someone goes, well, here, do it, and then that's pressure.
That's pressure. Do you feel like acting with the people you do, the Sterling K. Browns, Mandy Moore, the Milos, does it raise your game?
Yeah.
You feel like it does?
Yeah, I mean, you always are 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. You give everything you can all the time, but I think it does. I mean, it's like a basketball team, a baseball team, whatever. When you're surrounded by really talented, wonderful humans, it does sort of make you better. It elevates your game.
I made the sports analogy with Chrissy.
Well, let me just tell you, this is why you two are so good, right? Because let's be honest, neither one of you are good without the other one.
It's true.
It's the other, right?
I need Doug.
Right on, man.
I need this man. Tell me, what are you binge watching these days? What do you love to watch on TV?
I actually just started season 2 of Ozark.
Okay.
I couldn't get enough of season 1.
So good.
Ozark to me was one of those shows where like I watched it and I loved it, and then I was like, I need to rewatch it. When I rewatched it, I realized there were so many things that I missed.
Right. So you're a rewatcher. Do you do that with
I rewatch.
other things that you binge as well?
I do.
Okay.
I've watched Breaking Bad like 3 times.
Oh, you're that one.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm that guy. I think a lot of people are that guy though. But Ozark's my jam right now. And then This Is Us is coming on Tuesday, so we're a week from Tuesday, so that'll be my new. But
new
that's
binge.
live event television. You don't need to binge it. You can watch it live.
There you go.
And it's kind of unfair because you guys have like 25, 24 episodes, and everybody else has like 10.
We have 18.
18. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right there in the middle. We'll give you 2 seasons for the price of 1.
There you go. We'll take it.
You know?
Justin,
All right.
thank you. Have
Thank
so
you.
much fun tonight. Great
Thank
to
you very
see
much. I
as
appreciate it.
always.
Thank you. You guys
Sam
are
and
gorgeous.
Jess, thank you. Bye.
Good job, you guys. Ellie Kempner is here. We can talk about Kimmy Schmidt, which we will do. We have to talk about Match Game. It is the greatest show on television, don't you think?
I think Alec Baldwin does a genius job of hosting it. I think he's the reason it's so good.
But you're good too. You're very funny.
Yeah, I'm the second reason. No, I'm fine on it. Actually, it's a hard nut to crack because you want to try to be funny, but then if you're funny, it doesn't work. You want the contestants to actually win.
If I can't, I have to say this as a huge Match Game fan.
Okay.
And this is maybe a mean adjective. The contestants are so dumb. I mean, it's shocking. Aren't you? You are. No, but you.
She's not going to.
But sometimes you're like, blank way.
No,
you're stunned.
they're very creative sometimes.
Yeah.
They're thinking outside the box. Let's say that.
And on to the show that you're nominated, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Congratulations. Is it still as much fun? The twist in the plot line, just to begin with, is so interesting.
Yeah.
I can only imagine where it's taken you.
Yeah, Tina Fey and Robert Carlock created the show, and it's just brilliant because it manages to be a comedy despite its incredibly dark premise. And I'm so delighted that our show was nominated this year. It's such an honor to be here. I'll be honest, there's so many good shows out there, I wasn't sure if we were going to make the cut, and we did. So, and Titus is nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and I just have a feeling, I think he's going to win. And I hope when he wins, he sings.
Well, how about his Lemonade video, right? That went viral and everybody...
Why is that not winning every award? I don't know. It's genius. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, the show has been funny right from the get-go. But I don't know, as you continue to do it, does it gel in a way that only gels over time? You have to...
Yeah, this is like the only show I've been on since the beginning, and it's interesting to see. This will be the last 6 episodes will start streaming in January, so we're all wrapped up.
Yeah.
But it is interesting to see how the story changes, and I think the first season of any show is you're finding your footing and figuring out the characters, and it's been really exciting to be part of it as it does gel together, and you have like a better understanding of what the characters are.
Wow.
So it'll be sad when it's over.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Ellie. Congratulations.
Quick break here, and we're back more
It's
live
nice,
from
right?
the Emmys, just a minute away. And your water, which we promised.
Yes.
We're going to fix an Emmy woe. Titus Burgess there.
There he is, Titus.
Sam Rubin and Jessica Holmes, Megan Henderson and Doug Kolk. We're live from the Emmys. 4 of us and 5 Queer Eyes for the Straight Guys. Emmy winners last weekend at the Creative Arts Emmys. Congratulations, gents, one and all. It's nice to see you, but we must fix this injustice. Here's the thing. The show wins. So the executive producers, of course, they get a trophy. But you guys who are the show do not get a trophy. What is up with that?
It takes a village, and our casting department got well-deserved praise for casting incredible heroes, which really drive every day of our work to the fullest. Our editing team and our EPs, which have been working so tirelessly.
Producers are 2 amazing women who a lot of times, especially in Hollywood in this culture right now, women don't get highlighted. So to see them walk home with the trophy for doing something so amazing, that's all that made us happy.
You know, speaking of highlights, if you just don't mind for a moment, sir, could you come forward?
Okay, let's see.
Because I feel this is going to be maybe the tuxedo of the year.
Oh, you know, just a little number. Just a little number. It's a little shoe. Yeah, just a little pantsuit.
And the mustache. Not everybody can get the twirl. That is...
You gotta grow it out for a while.
Now, have you guys heard from the original fellas? Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was such a success. How many years ago was that? And now to be a success again?
3.
Yes.
15
Did you watch back then? Were you fans?
I still remember where I was at the very first episode.
Really? And did it have an impact on you guys at the time?
Absolutely. Not only did it have an impact on me socially, because you were able to see 5 gay men that were out there being loud and proud, but it also affected me professionally. Like, it really inspired me to be a designer.
Yeah, and literally they created a path, but we're walking in our own shoes, and to see people falling in love with our version of Queer Eye is mind-blowing to us, because it's like, wow, I heard that we were the first reboot to ever win an Emmy. And to be that, it means we did something good, you know?
No question about it. We're going to give you the last word.
Sure.
About anything you want.
Oh my gosh, I was so fun, I couldn't even hear the question. I'm just so grateful to be here. There are a lot of us, it's hard to wrangle us.
Yeah.
We're grateful to be here. We had the best time last week and we're excited for tonight.
Gents, enjoy tonight. Nice to see you all.
Congratulations, you
Thanks so
guys.
much. We go from 5 of the Queer Eyes to Megan and Doug.
Yes. Douglas. What a transition there, Sam. Yeah, and speaking of transitions, we go from Big Kevin, conveniently to Little Kevin. Logan Schroyer here from This Is Us.
Yes. Now we've got the trifecta of Kevins.
There you go.
So
you hit
this
all
is
3.
fantastic.
That's very
yes.
important. That's very important.
So this is your first trip to the Emmys.
It's my first Emmys.
And?
Yeah.
And?
It's
What do you
amazing.
think?
It's a hustle and bustle, but it's really fun. It's really cool.
Just talk for a moment about being a part of this show and the juggernaut that it is.
Ridiculous, especially as an actor with
the amazing writing that's on the show and the characters. I mean, I'm blessed to be a part of it. I'm here at the Emmys. It's great. It's
19
really cool.
years old.
19.
How long have you been in the business as an actor?
I started auditioning when I was 13, believe it or not. But yeah, I hit the jackpot in some way, I guess. Yeah, I have.
Does that automatically get you like coolest in the back of the yearbook?
Probably. Probably. Yeah, everyone's wishing that. Yeah, I don't know.
You can't
That's
argue
funny.
it that way.
You get like most popular, most likely to succeed, best looking. Like you're just like, you know,
thank you very much.
Pick the whole field,
right?
They must hate you.
No hate for
No,
Logan.
no, no. They
None
love me.
whatsoever.
Nobody
All
hates
love. So once you're kind of learning behind the scenes as well. You want to
Yes.
eventually go into directing.
Yes.
So what are you learning throughout this whole process?
There's a lot. There's a lot that I've been learning, and I've been talking with Ken Olin. I've been shadowing him on the show, and he's spectacular. And Yasu, our DP, which he probably doesn't get enough shout-outs as he should, because he's absolutely brilliant. But I'm writing a short film right now, working on that. I'm just doing that from the show, and yeah, I'm a busy guy. I stay
You
busy.
are a
I don't
busy
know.
guy.
Yeah.
Logan, my man.
Have so much
Yeah.
fun, Logan.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for taking the time to talk to us, Sam and Jess.
Here we go.
Tiffany Haddish.
She ready?
She ready.
You're a rainbow.
No, this is
Look at
actually
you.
representing the Eritrean flag where my father's from.
Really?
Yeah. If you looked at their flag, you'd be like, oh, Tiffany's wearing those.
Extraordinary news, as you well know, Eritrea and the country next to it, who had been Ethiopia.
They getting back together. They done opened up the borders. I feel like my dress from the Oscars has something to do with that. Okay. Maybe not.
That was an estrangement that was over 2 decades long, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. More than anybody I can think of ever, and you tell me, last 2 years, 3 years, Hollywood has embraced you in the most extraordinary way.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I'm just doing my job and I'm enjoying it.
You know what? I go to the movies. Every preview is a movie, and you're in it.
Well, that's because I go to my job and I enjoy it.
How hard did you work to get to this moment today?
Girl, I worked as hard as ants work before winter. I worked really, really hard.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
fighting.
lifting, being told no, rejected a lot. And I'm, you know what I'm so proud of? Like, I'm really glad that I was in foster care because I was rejected a lot then. So getting into this business and dealing with rejection was so easy compared to that.
Other people,
So-
they just crumble when they get told no or they can't take it, right?
Yeah, but I've been told no all my life. So when people say yes, I'm like, for real? You gonna let me do this?
And now that there's been a lot of yeses, what's that like? And does it feel different?
I pretty much feel the same as I felt before, except I'm not as hungry. And I'm very grateful. I've always been very grateful, though. So I'm just really grateful.
That Stella McCartney dress, you in it, nominated, of course. And wait, you won already.
Yeah.
Stella McCartney dress.
Didn't you? I could have this all wrong.
Oh, I know the SNL. McQueen.
Sorry.
I know. We men.
I'm like, what's he talking about?
Sorry, that was really dumb of me. I apologize.
But you won.
No. I got your designer confused.
Yeah. But you won.
Yes, I did.
And you have the Emmy where?
I don't have it at all.
It's coming.
I gotta pick it up. They said I get it at the governor's ball. They said I get it at the governor's ball. So as soon as I get it, I got a chain in my purse. I'm gonna put it through there and wear it around my neck, so can't nobody steal it.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it. Yeah.
I tell you what, growing up in Southern California, everybody thinks, oh my gosh, these red carpets, all this stuff. It's gonna be everything. And having had the experience of seeing it from the outside and now participating in the most wonderful way on the inside, is it everything?
No, it's not everything, but it's a nice part of most of things. It's a great part of it. I love the fact that I get to dress up, you know. Before this, I never really had anywhere to go or to dress up. So now I got somewhere to go, get dressed up, feel pretty.
Right.
You know, that's super cool.
Well, you look pretty. Nice to see you. Thanks so much, Tiffany. Thank you.
Tiffany. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we say goodbye to Tiffany Haddish. Boy, messing up that dress, I'm going to live with that
but
for a
you know
long
what?
time. That's a reasonable mistake.
Reasonable.
Jeffrey
Totally
Wright, is it reasonable for me to confuse the designers, Alexander McQueen and Stella McCartney? Which I did with Tiffany Haddish's dress.
Not a problem.
All right, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not judging you, man. Not a problem.
I tell you what, Westworld has gotten a lot of attention. You have gotten wonderful attention for your work on stage, and this show. You tell me, it's dense. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, it is dense. You got to think.
Yeah.
I think it's good to think now. We're being asked not to think or to think weird things, and so the show does challenge audiences. You have to pay attention, and you have to rise to the occasion. And it's complex and it's intriguing, but it's I think that's healthy right now.
Do you know which way the show was going when you signed on? Because it's taken some twists and some turns.
Yes, no, I can't stay ahead of our showrunners, Jonah Knoll and Lisa Joy. They're brilliant people. All of this is flowing out of their imagination. We had Michael Crichton's movie, but there was no book, so there's no source material, and they've got some deep, wide spaces inside those brains. So I just, I stay in my lane with that, try not to get too far ahead of them.
I tell you what, as a father myself, I really like the way you look at your dad while he's doing all these interviews. You proud to be with him on the carpet today?
I'm so proud. I'm so excited for tonight.
Do you want to do this one day?
We'll see what happens. I don't know.
All right,
Great
you
to
guys
meet you
enjoy
both.
tonight. Nice to
Have
see you.
fun.
Thanks so much.
Love that dress.
See, I've already won.
You've already won?
Yes, you have.
There you go. No question about that. Good to see you. It was not clear to me, I believe, Doug and Megan
have somebody special.
No, he's coming to us. We feel that Ricky Martin is on the way shortly. You know what? Lots of other.
Look at the carpet.
This is really filled up.
It is jammed. Yeah.
It's so funny because I think people anticipated, Jessica, as you said, it is a Monday here in Southern California. Alec Baldwin making his way in.
And Hilaria.
She's the greatest. I want to talk to her.
We have to see her up close because Hilaria Baldwin is otherworldly.
Well, you know what's so funny?
Stunning.
She actually wants to move here.
Yes,
and he doesn't.
That's right. Because
So,
they live in New York City. They have 3 or 4 kids now, and
So they're hoping
quite
to
the
do that.
life.
But in any event, what's happened here, the ceremony to begin at 5 p.m. They hope to clear the red carpet prior to that.
Ricky Martin.
So ladies and gentlemen.
Ricky Martin.
How are you?
Such a pleasure.
So good to see you. How are you, my friend?
Good to see you. He smells absolutely fantastic.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your work. Emmy-nominated Assassination of Gianni Versace. That project, I read an interview with you. You said it was so important for you to do a story like that.
Well, I think, when you're dealing with the level of homophobia that he dealt with at the end of his life, I mean, we're talking about the killer was in the list of the most wanted of the FBI, and the authorities pretty much looked the other way. It's a homosexual man killing a homosexual man, and they allowed it to happen. It was a very important story to tell. I mean, it's so relevant. At the end of the day, we have to be careful. History tends to repeat itself, and we don't want this.
One of your colleagues said that what Ryan Murphy does so well, both with the assassination of Gianni Versace and The People versus O.J., is it's about the event, but it's about the culture at that time during the event.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything he touches, he turns into gold, but he's serious because he's visceral in everything he does. He's affected, the way he tells the story, the way he sees the colors, the palettes, it's just amazing to be able to work with him. This is a very beautiful beginning of many things, I think not only for the LGBT community, but also for actors in Hollywood and diversity, so it's going to be very special. Tonight is going to be very special. I'm very happy.
There's a project called Catastrophe?
Thank you for asking me. Yes, well, as you know, it's been a year since Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, and even though a lot of people are still in denial, more than 2,000 people died because of the hurricane, and we are nowhere near to being where we were before the hurricane. So I have a very beautiful initiative. Go to my social media and Instagram, Ricky_Martin, and you'll find all the information. But this is something, 2,000 people, more than 2,000 people died after the hurricane. We will never forget.
Yeah.
Ricky, thank you for sharing our
you,
earlier. Good to see you. Very good.
Such a
Good
pleasure.
to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sandra Oh is on the way. We're going to lead her to our red carpet. Here she is.
Killing Eve.
Your show is so great.
So
Congratulations
good.
to you.
So much. Congratulations.
You tell me, because we loved you on Grey's. We've seen you in many other things. This is entirely unconventional.
Yes.
Is that the best way to put it?
I think it's unconventional. I think it's new, and I think it's fresh.
Yeah. And you shoot in Europe?
Yes, we do.
That must be a little fun thing to add to.
I love
such
how you said it's a little fun thing.
I know.
It's one of the
Is
most
it
exciting
just
parts of my job. Walking down the street in London and then having to go to other places.
Amazing. And I see some special guests with you tonight.
Yes, there were a couple special guests. One who gave birth to me, and the other who had a hand help making me.
Oh, Mom and
yes,
Dad.
I brought my parents. Yes.
Are they
It's
so
really-
proud?
I got to tell you, I'm so grateful that I'm able to bring my parents, and they're here. And, my mom is wearing a traditional Korean hanbok that was made here in LA. And I'm happy that they're here helping me, represent and being a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, you're making a lot of representations tonight. It's really good to see you. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Sandra. You too.
Quick break here, and our live show continues. We'll be right back.
and welcome back to Emmys, our continuing live coverage from the red carpet. Sam Rubin, Jessica Holmes, Megan Henderson, Doug Polk, and the beautiful Padma Lashke. So great to see you from Top Chef fame. We were going to be showing some video of your stunning dress.
Oh, you can see it here.
Yes, no, it's so beautiful. And you were telling me you have actually worn this dress before, which not a lot of celebrities do. They don't repeat dresses.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. You know, I love this dress. I wore it last October to the Vogue Women of the Year award ceremony in India, and I think it's a gorgeous dress. I'm sure it took hundreds of hours to pleat and sew and put this dress together. There it is. And I think, you know, we're sending the wrong message to young women and girls that we all have this endless closet that is never ending. And the truth is, we all have stylists who are very talented at making us look good. But I think the mark of a truly stylish woman is just knowing what she likes and wearing it. I mean,
it is the dress so nice you have to wear it twice.
Thank you. I mean, I think it's just wasteful too from an environmental.
Well, you look absolutely stunning tonight. 12. We're on their 12th nomination.
12th or 13th.
Oh my gosh, we're losing count, which is
this.
a very good sign.
Yes.
But one of the originals,
Yes.
one of the original food shows.
Yeah.
And what is the key to keeping it fresh?
Well, you know, when we started, we were really the only ones, and I think we're still the gold standard for that type of food programming. I think my producers do a great job. Dunny Narkinis, Justin, Matt, I mean, so many people behind the camera. I think it's always going to be some amount of limitations of time and money or resources, and we keep it fresh. We move the show every season to a new city, and I think that helps. We're in Kentucky this season. We're nominated for our Colorado season. So I'm very excited. I mean,
you have so much to be excited
Cool,
about.
yeah.
Padma, thank you so much. Have so
Best
much
of luck
fun
tonight.
You look
Thank you
gorgeous,
so
as
much.
always.
Bye.
All right, Sam and Jess, over to you.
All right, I thought about this introduction in advance. It's the Mazel behind Mrs. Maisel. Amy
what
Sherman
up, Bob?
Palladino, Daniel Palladino, the creators of the show. You put this beautiful show together. Of course, another show we're all familiar with and fond of, Gilmore Girls
Of
together as
course,
well.
yes.
But Maisel is being celebrated tonight in the most extraordinary way. Congratulations. This reception must mean a lot to you.
It's great. I mean, you know, Gilmore Girls, we didn't have our own water. We had Drew Carey's leftover water. So, like, the fact that we have, you know, so much attention is a little startling. A little not good for our low self-esteem. We're sort of like our careers are made on that.
Yeah, we might turn out to have now medium self-esteem,
it's like a really
which is odd.
weird thing to
Yeah.
like feel good about ourselves.
Never had that.
But
Yeah.
it's wonderful. We're very proud of the show.
Well, as well you should be. We're going to do the self-esteem thing. One of the stars of This Is Us is right there. So we're going to say congratulations to the two of you.
My
invite
favorite
Milo.
show, I told you I'd say it on TV.
And we hope we'll see you.
Mrs. Maisel.
We hope we see you backstage.
Can't wait for
Okay.
you.
All right. Congratulations, you guys.
It's our imaginary son.
There is.
She said our imaginary son.
Yeah, no,
Mila. Oh.
she's not joking. Like these are like secondary parents.
That's right, because
Hi.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
right.
Of course.
So in a way, you have a big debt to these people.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They help put me on the map, and I think maybe exposed what I do for a living or what I desire to do to other decision makers. And God, that sounded just like so formal. They're the best. I love Dan and Amy.
All right, speaking of decision
They're
makers,
family.
not just
Yeah.
decision makers, everybody, and I love this phrase that you say family. We've talked to half your cast tonight.
Right.
And they say the same thing every single time. We're family. Did that happen right off the bat or did that take time?
You know, we are a group of people that have been around for a long time. We've all been around
Yeah.
for a very long time. So to be a part of a show that is about a family and also not get caught up in bad behavior that you have when you're younger, it's like we're all there to do the work. We're all
Right.
excited to be there. We're all supportive of one another. So it's a great show to be on.
Do you cry when you watch it?
Oh, yeah. No, Mandy and I, we have a tradition where she and I will actually watch the episodes together. And, you know, we watch it in Fogelman's office, and there's always, a basket of
Puffs.
I've
Okay.
got a handkerchief. I pull it out of my hair.
What
man.
got you with the wedding episode? What was the moment that made you cry with the season finale on
I
that?
mean, look, you know, it's like seeing my daughter given away. It's like,
Goosebump again. Stop it.
yeah.
And the line that Chrissy said to Mandy in that moment where I forget, but it was so...
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, you know, the performances that our cast is putting out and off of the words that our writers are writing and the crew that our show is making, it's like the show that our crew is making. Thank you. I'm blown away every time I see anything. It's just I'm really humbled and grateful to be a part of such a group of artists.
And as we conclude our conversation here, there is a discussion that in Dan's mind, there's already a conclusion to this, and
Oh,
it
yes,
is
there is.
X number of seasons away.
I mean, you know,
that will be figured out, of course, by the writers, but I know that there is an ending. There's always an ending to everything, and Dan has already mapped that out, and we're already headed in a direction.
Yeah.
And we've already started to film some of it. So, yeah, I know, which is crazy. If you really think about it, we're already starting to film the end.
Wow.
Enjoy tonight. Great night tonight.
Thank
Good
you
luck
so
to you.
much.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Good
you
to see you.
too.
Thank you.
You too.
Perry Gilpin from
a
Glow.
gentleman.
What a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
Perry,
Hi.
How are you?
As we all have a crush on you, do you have a crush on Milo, as all women do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm really more of a sleepy fireman girl than an EMT kind of gal. But yeah, I would say Dothraki is my type.
Okay. How
But
much?
he's very handsome.
How much fun are you having on this show?
It's an insane amount of fun, and it's also just sort of soul affirming. I can't believe it's happening. I'm trying to enjoy every second of it. Yeah.
Were you ever into wrestling at any point? Like watching? Were you a
Participant?
Did you get into Hulk Hogan? I don't know.
No, at first I didn't really understand it, but I was big into musicals, which is all about power and vulnerability holding hands. And once I started researching wrestling, I was like, this is power and vulnerability holding hands. What's more vulnerable than standing in like a diaper glitter thing fighting for justice?
All right, King and I, Les Mis, Sound of Music. What musicals?
Oh God, I would say Guys and Dolls. That's my jam. Les Mis, yeah, I can mess with Les Mis. Hamilton, totally, yeah. I mean, My Fair Lady, I feel like Eliza Doolittle tonight, that I'm like having to pretend to be a princess, but secretly I'm like a Cockney leper person, and everyone's gonna find out.
We don't believe it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm a mess.
Oh, no, you look great.
You
You're
look
not a mess.
beautiful.
Perry, it's nice to see you tonight.
Congratulations.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Have a good time. Perry Gilpin there, Megan and Doug across the way with one of our Blackish friends.
Yeah, every year Blackish Show conversation. Marcus Scribner joining us now. Marcus.
Love this.
Poppin'. Thank
I'm
you so much.
telling you,
Thank
you're looking sweet.
Yeah, we try to do something unique with the royal blue.
I love it. So third Emmys that you guys
I think
that you're
is
here.
it third or fourth Emmys that we've been at, or that I've been to at least. So it's just it's an amazing experience every single year. It's one of my favorite award shows. You get to see some of your favorite television stars.
Right.
And I got a lot of friends here too, so you don't tear up that
Here's
party.
the thing, though, that I love that we were talking about. It's the after Emmys.
Oh, yeah.
Where things get real.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what's on the agenda tonight.
Okay, so dance battles, number
Okay,
one.
dance
That's got to
battles.
be, I'm not a great dancer,
Right.
but I can dance battle.
With cast members?
With cast members,
Who's the best dancer? Blackish. cast
Okay, well, I have to give it to Party Time. Miles Brown,
Right,
the youngest
right.
on the show.
For
Who's
sure.
just on, I will save that, but Miles is definitely one of the best dancers on our show. I like to say I can rival him, but I definitely can't.
Okay.
Next step, food. I love food. All right.
Okay.
In-N-Out may be on the
Oh,
playlist.
you'll wait in the line.
Yes, I
Okay.
will. Because the In-N-Out in Hollywood gets really crowded.
It's very crowded. You
Yeah.
got to allow at least 30 minutes to get
Exactly.
through that. Okay, after food.
Given after food, probably just hang out and have a good time with some friends. You know what I mean? Just talk it out. Post some Instagram pictures. That's important. Got to keep the social media game up.
And are all of your friends like trying to get into the parties with you?
Yeah, we already have an in.
Right.
Don't mean to flex or brag, but we're already allowed into the parties. But we get some of the others who aren't so lucky.
All right,
in,
sneak
so,
them in the
yeah,
back door.
have a good
and
time.
then-
We
yeah.
got to have some homies.
And I see you came prepared. You got your dancing shoes on.
Yeah, we got the kick game going crazy. I thought we got these nice Swarovski crystal.
Look at you.
Cufflinks
Those
going
are
on right here.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
My
and I thought I would
goodness.
tag team it with the shoes.
Yeah.
With the I don't know if you guys can.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, so show your yoga skills too.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're beaded.
They're beaded.
Oh
They're
my
beaded.
goodness.
I was like, I want to go for something unique, something fun, and so we went for a beaded shoe.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like you're gonna have a really good time.
I am.
So please don't disappoint us. Have so much fun.
Okay, I will.
And thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the dancing. Good luck with it now.
Will do. Okay.
All right. Oh, come on over. Come on over. How
Eva
are you?
Baker from This Is Us.
This Is Us.
You guys look gorgeous.
Hello.
Look
Look
at you
who's
in that
talking.
dress. Thank you.
Now, I hear this is your first Emmys.
This is my first Emmys.
Okay. So far, is it everything you thought it would be and
It's
so much more?
Exactly. You put it in literally my words. I am so blessed and thankful to be here. It's going to be an amazing day.
So what are you looking forward to for the rest of the night? Like, what's on the agenda? The show itself or the after parties?
Show. I really want the show to win an Emmy. I love the show and how it's so realistic, and like the cast is so amazing, and I feel like they definitely deserve it. But I'm speaking for every other show too. Every show should deserve an Emmy.
Aww.
Describe your viewing pattern when you're watching the show. Are you with your family? Are you at home? Do you grab the box of Kleenex?
Of course, you always have to have a box of tissues right by you. I always watch it with my family because lots of my family, they're not on set with me while they watch it, and I feel like it's still good to just watch yourself on TV and how like critique yourself.
Yeah, and they probably turn to you and go, wow, that is a good show.
Yes, they do, thank you.
Not just because you're on it, honey.
Right.
And so how many kids are in the cast? I was trying to do the math on this because...
So it's me, Faith, Lonnie, like Mackenzie, and then it's one, so what, 5,
So
8?
there's 8 of you.
Yeah,
So
there's 8 of me.
when you guys aren't working but you're on set, what are you doing? Are you going to school? Are you just hanging out?
Yeah, because we always do have to do like 3 hours on set,
right?
And so that's when we're working. So usually, I don't think there's anyone homeschooled on the show, so we're always at school. But we always hang out like a regular family too.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah. Well, I hear there's a big dance competition tonight, so maybe you can get involved in that.
I'm so gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm
So gonna win. What's your best move?
I mean, the whip and the nae-nae.
Oh, let's see.
Okay,
Can I
ready?
say it? Yeah.
So you gotta do the whip. Oh.
Nae-nae.
Just gotta work it.
Done. You got a girl.
Done
You
deal.
got a girl. You had so much
bringing
fun
that out.
tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Shaw. She's adorable. So adorable. All right, stay tuned. We've got so many more celebrities who are still arriving. We're going to bring you all the interviews that you want to see. Look at James Corden. I love this blue. We're seeing a lot of men in blue.
JT and Jessica Biel.
JT and Jessica Biel. You're watching live from the Emmys red carpet. Sam Rubin, Jessica Holmes, Doug Hoke, Megan Henderson. We'll be right back.
Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones making his way into the Microsoft Theater. Live from the Emmys, Sam Rubin, Jessica Holmes, Megan Henderson, and Doug Hoke. We're so glad that you're part of this, and we're so happy to be with the lady whose back you're looking at right now, and now her front, Rachel Brosnahan. You know what? If there's any justice in the world, you walk up on that Emmy stage tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, but have you seen my category?
No, it's an extraordinary category. Let's talk about that. I mean, how fantastic that must be.
Oh my God, I will never recover from having my name spoken in the same sentence as all of these funny ladies. That's what's going to happen.
And what an exciting character to play the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. For those of you who haven't seen it, go run and watch season 1 because it's just like nothing else on television.
Thank you so much. It's been a blast.
And you channel, you know, like Joan Rivers, all these wonderful comedians because that's what you're trying to be. And it's really just refreshing.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
And something like this, to get this Emmy reception, what does that feel like?
It feels amazing. One of the best parts about this whole Emmy experience is that so many different departments on our show were recognized, and it's one of. I've been fortunate to be on so many wonderful shows, but
House of Cards, Manhattan.
Well, but on this show, every single person is working at the highest level, and to have received so many nominations for so many different parts of the show has just been so cool. We are so grateful.
We are grateful to have you with us. We'll see you backstage with any luck.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you, Rachel. Thanks so much.
Congratulations.
All right, we say goodbye to Rachel. And we say hello. He's won Emmys before. Now Alec Baldwin is hanging with Tony Shalhoub. There you go. Hello, sir.
Alec.
Oh, well, we meet again.
How are you?
Well.
Hi. Hi.
Have you convinced him to move to Los Angeles? Because I know this is what you want.
Well, you were my friend.
But now that you bring it up,
we might.
Lay the guilt trip on him. Go ahead.
It's so beautiful here.
It is lovely here.
And it's really
We would welcome you with open arms.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yes.
so nice. See?
We'll come to your house for dinner every Sunday.
It's fine. With all the kids. I got a pool.
Netflix on Sunday on your couch.
I have lost track of how many kids you two have had. 4.
40.
Yeah. 40. Feels like 40.
You always see in our house, don't sit on that sofa because it could be a baby under that cushion. You never know. They're everywhere. Right. But seriously, I had a house here and lived here off and on for 30 years. But when we met, we stayed in New York.
Yeah.
Because we have the kids and everything. But I got nothing against LA.
All right.
With a raised eyebrow.
We've been talking about this throughout the course of our Emmy coverage. Sure, SNL, it's all fantastic, great, blah, 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 blah. Match Game is so great. You are so good at it. My aspiration in my entire life is to be on that panel someday.
Would you come do it with us?
I would do it in 2 seconds.
Oh, my God. Well, the thing is that they came to me and they said, would you do like 10 shows at the summer package with Strahan and Steve Harvey, 10 shows one summer, and then we're done. And we come back and they go, oh, the numbers are really good. Would you do it some more? I said, well, and my wife was like, of course he will do it.
No, they're the nicest people ever, and being there, I mean, everybody's having
Jen
such
Mullen
a good
from
time.
Fremantle, who's our producer, she's the loveliest woman in the world. We have fun.
Yeah.
And I get to stay home with my family. There's like so many gigs coming, there's so many jobs, I don't need to tell you. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to go to some town for 5 weeks without my family.
But this is a trend with you. The same thing happened with you being on SNL. We'll do it one night, and then you're good at it. And same with the Match Game. You're good
It's so
at
funny that I can't believe you have successfully psychoanalyzed me. Here now, you.
Right now.
People,
You just walk in and you do it,
I'm
and it's
sitting
like,
there
hey.
going, and you're right, I'm like, everything with me is like, okay, we'll do it a little bit. Then I'm like, I'm stuck with it for years.
Is it a political night in there tonight?
No. Well,
I think- no,
for
I
other
think- I
people,
think it is.
well, I hope not. I hope not. I mean, I mean, meaning political means many things to different people. Political meaning encouraging people to vote, that would be phenomenal. Political meaning jokes about our current situation, unavoidable. But to get too heavy-handed about it, you know, I mean, we live in very stressful times. And I've been told by people, you know, they'll say to me, you know, they'll look at me and go, you know, you're not the best Trump impersonator out there. You know that, don't you? I'm like, yes, I do. But they'll say, you're giving everybody a way to vent their frustrations. But tonight is a night, as you know, from many years of doing this, to honor achievement in the television business. And I hope we don't lose sight of that tonight. So.
All right, we welcome you to Los Angeles.
We do.
I'll give you any moving instructions that you need. You do already.
He's the welcome
Good to see you.
wagon.
Thanks.
No,
Thanks.
thank you, guys.
Good to see you.
Great to see you,
Thank
too.
Thanks so much. Here comes Tony Shalhoub.
Of the Marvelous Mrs.
Of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Hello.
There we go. One
Hi,
beautiful
you
dress and hi, you guys. Hello.
Great.
Come on up.
Okay. Great to see you both.
Thank you so much.
He is so good in this show. The show is so good.
Thank
When was the first day he came home and said, you know what? There's something here.
Well, there are a couple on the show.
Yes,
We are-
I
we are
actually
married
get to
on
on
the
the
show.
show.
Not in real life, yes.
But I mean,
But we were hoping.
We were hoping.
You know why? Because the chemistry. No, the chemistry.
See, the chemistry is so
good.
undeniable. Here, slide over a little bit and come on up. But here's the thing: the Palladinos were just here, and it was very funny because Michael apparently said, "Gosh, the second season's even better." And Amy and Daniel were like, what's wrong with the first season?
right, they felt gypped a little bit. They weren't being celebrated enough. The second season is quite incredible. So-
Yeah, I have to say, somehow they've raised the bar. It's amazing.
And you guys played the cutest married couple. You're Rachel, who we just saw. Had Sam fooled, and the way that you have fun with your daughter, and you're a loving, doting dad, and you're kind of neurotic. You have all these different elements and funny at the same time. What do you think of this character and how charming he is?
I love this character, and I know when I was growing up, not to date myself too much, but when I was a kid, my dad, was all of my uncles and my dad's friends. I had all of those sort of models to base this guy on. And it's just, we're just blessed with the best material, the best ensemble. It's a joy every day.
And I tell you what, and maybe this has to do with Amazon or the creativity of the production, it seems like no expense is spared. And when you're on those sets and in those period costumes, it must really influence what you're doing.
It does, and they've been, this year there's been they've sort of blown it up. It's expanded. We do a lot more. If season 2 is about anything, it's about travel. We did a couple of episodes in Paris. We went to the Catskills. We're getting out of the just being kind of locked into the New York scene, and that's expanded. The production values have increased. It's amazing.
And Amy and Dan are magical thinkers, and then I think what they did was just sort of place a dream on their pages, and then we just lucked out that Amazon said, you know what, we're going to support that dream, which doesn't always happen in other television realms.
All right, not Mr. and Mrs. Shalhoub, but rather the couple in real life, the Maisels.
Mr. and Mrs.
Thanks for
Maisel.
coming.
Absolutely.
Nice to
Thank
see you.
you
Enjoy
both
tonight.
so much.
Hope we see you backstage.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much.
you guys.
Thank you.
Look forward to season 2.
There we go. Tony, thanks so much. There we go.
Thank you, Tony.
And Dad, I think, is on the way here.
Yes.
Ann and Tony are going to have a little kibitz thing there.
Everyone knows Tony. I'm noticing.
No. Well,
right?
Tony has worked successfully.
Absolutely.
Monk ran forever.
Oh, yeah.
And then there were the sitcoms.
Yep.
So we'll let them say hi, and we'll get the schmooze debrief.
Funny joke.
Yes,
Yeah.
something
good laugh.
really good happened. All right, we're literally dragging her. Right.
Did you get my text?
Did you get
And Dad, did you just say to Tony Shalhoub, don't give up? Keep at it?
He told me, he's sorry my career stalled. You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, honey, yours never took off, and it's a pity.
And then I told him never to
And
give up.
you said, did you get my text? You guys are buddies. You have each other's number.
We did a play together, and we did The Nerd a million years ago. Literally, maybe 30 years ago. That could be true. And he was as delicious then as he is now.
He's delightful.
He is completely. There was nothing hidden there. And my husband was in the play too.
Oh, wow.
And so we had a great time. And so I adore him. And when he won the Tony, I was just thrilled for him.
Yeah.
Last time you came to a little thing called the Emmys, it kind of worked out.
It kind of
did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So how does that make you feel walking today?
Well, I thought I was on a little more of an even keel. I would be lying. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the waves of anxiety come straight up again, and I remind myself, no, darling, you've got to be more mature this time round. That's your job. You've done this, and you've been honored, and so now you've got to just. What's not working?
Enjoy tonight either way.
Thank you. It's so
really nice to see you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And they're so fantastic in
Oh my
Handmaid's Tale,
gosh, Anne
unquestionably.
is
And then I tell you what, it's we have a deity.
Hi,
is here.
Sarah. I have to share the story and see if
Sarah.
she remembers. Hi, Sarah.
Go ahead.
How are you? Hi, Joe. How are you? Okay, Sarah, I heard a rumor that this dress I'm wearing, you wore as Ariel at the Hollywood Bowl.
I'm having a moment. It's very true, and it was one of my favorite things I've ever worn in my life. Do you love? I know.
Something, go.
Well, give me a note. No, I'm kidding.
Let's do it.
All right, what's the song? Just take us through one measure.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? It's the greatest role in the world. Ariel, come on.
It is, and when they told me that, I said, sold.
I think you might be wearing a smaller size than I wore, but that's cute.
Speaking of great roles, Mary Magdalene. And what a wonderful performance. And now, John Legend's an EGOT, in large part thanks to you.
I know.
And all this acclaim. And to me, I mean, the most fantastic musical ever, and doing it live, that's the deal, right?
It was the coolest thing, and we talk about it all the time. You know, we had such a beautiful experience as a company, as a crew, that we were so protected and encouraged by the creatives, by our director, David Laveau, and by each other to just enjoy the process. It really, at the end of the day, it was about connecting with each other, and that was such a huge gift because it's a high-stakes performance for sure. So I always describe it feels like the Super Bowl of musical theater.
So I'm going to ask this question in the hope that it leads to an encore. When you do a song like I Don't Know How to Love Him, which everybody knows and everybody reveres, I don't know, it's more than just practicing it, I imagine.
You know what I felt with that song in particular? It was that it wasn't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was like not about trying to impose any sort of new interpretation. It was just about sing the beautiful song that's been created by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice and just, enjoy the moment.
So that would sound like what?
I don't know how to love him. Take it away, Joe.
I don't know the words.
What to do?
Oh, Sam does.
Terrible. Except I can't sing a note.
Yeah.
That was so lovely. Gosh, thank you.
And I was at the Pantages and saw Waitress.
Oh, amazing.
And you were on stage there. You did the music, and I was so blown away that at such a young age, you did all the music for that.
You're adorable. How young do you think I am? That's great.
That was a while ago, and you must have been in your early 20s when you did the music for that.
No, not at all, but I love this story.
Okay, I'm making things up.
No, I'm 38 now, and
was it a while
ago I started the show. Yeah, but thank you.
And
It is.
all
It's in the
women
30s. Yeah. No, it's been incredible. We have a Happy Healthy show on Broadway. We're opening in London in the early part of next year. We have an Australian production in the works. We have a tour, a national tour. We're so lucky. Yeah.
All right, we'd sing a number from Waitress,
We
but
would.
we won't trouble you with that. Nice to see you both. Thanks
You
so
guys,
much. Good.
thank
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Have a great
Have a good
time.
time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, how generous. You know what? To sing live is a gift, and to have the ability to do that, and to do Aladdin and Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
We put her on the spot, but she came through. She's amazing.
Issa Rae, we think is on the way. Let's show you around a little bit.
Okay.
Very, very busy red carpet here as the Emmys take off the 70th anniversary. That's our back where we can wave to you from our cue ball shop.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly where it is. And what happens here is I think that people kind of come in waves.
Yeah.
Carson Daly wants to come over and talk to us live. There he is.
Hey, Carson.
Carson. There, come
How
on.
you doing?
How are you? Could you review? You review the show that you saw us do starting at 2 o'clock?
Excellent. I watch every single morning.
Get out of here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hi.
And Megan's here somewhere. I saw too.
Yeah, she is.
That's who you're talking. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. How have you been?
I've been good.
You're busy. You're
I'm
New
busy.
York, LA.
Forget the shows. It's date night with my wife, Siri Daly, who's coming to KTLA on
Hi,
Wednesday.
Siri.
Siri, what are you gonna do? What are you?
I'm gonna see you.
What are you doing on our show Wednesday?
I'm gonna show you some of the recipes for my new
Sure,
cookbook.
and
So yeah.
All right, Siri, you're gonna ask the hard question to Carson, so it'll go through you.
Yeah.
The Voice is a fantastic show. Mark Burnett, one of the people involved in The Voice. Huge headlines involving Mark Burnett and Tom Arnold. What does Carson think happened?
He thinks that he
What
doesn't.
happened?
We don't know. We don't know.
You hear the story?
I heard the story and just don't believe it. Sounds like the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Do you think they'll talk about it inside tonight?
No, I don't think so.
I think there could be a joke or two.
Really?
I think the missus is right.
I don't know.
What does Siri make in the cookbook that's the best dish?
Oh my gosh, everything she makes is great. Yeah, she
He
makes
has some
everything.
dishes in there too. His Bloody Mary is in my
Right.
book. That's famous.
She likes to cook, and I make the cocktails.
All right,
Like
we're
a
going to get that
pairing
recipe. We're
Yeah.
going to jump back to our live
Thank
show.
you,
Quick
guys.
break
Have
here.
fun
Good to
tonight.
see you both.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Thank
date night.
you.
Nice to see you. Good to see you.
Siri, we'll see you Wednesday.
We will do. Back here. Did you like? You can see them come in. Sarah Silverman helping us with the commentary here. What do you think?
Samira Wiley, stunning, so excited, already a winner. Look at her clutch in her purse. It all goes together. And with the earrings, I'm not good at it.
You are good at it. That was really, really good. That was very good.
Very good.
I don't know if this was the original bat mitzvah dress, but it's really something now. Sarah Silverman here, by the way.
Never bat mitzvahed.
Really?
I know. I'm.
Why don't we do the b'nai mitzvah?
It's never to the Jewish extent through my pores, but grew up raised atheist.
Oh well. Tom Arnold, a converted Jew, and that big fight with Mark Burnett. What do you think happened?
He's so trying to get to the bottom of this, Sarah. Help him out.
I think that the heartbreaking truth is if that footage came out, it would do nothing.
I don't think you're mistaken. Do you think they will make jokes about it inside tonight?
Ooh, I don't know. I can't wait to see. I just remembered that it's Colin and Michael J.
Do you like it when it gets awkward? You know, because it pans the crowd that some celebrities laugh. Some are like, I don't know if I can laugh. Do you enjoy those moments? Do you feel kind of,
Awkward is my sweet spot. So I love some good awkward, especially if I don't have to be involved. But even if I am, I'm okay with it. Wow, look, speaking of Jewish.
Yes.
This is in what way I'm Jewish. The fuzz. Just the hair that grows only to here.
Yeah. Oh well.
You got some spray.
This is all in my head. I think of Colin and Michael as New York comics and New York-based comics, and they could burn that room tonight and hop on a plane.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Get out of town.
So, does that influence anything?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I have no idea. They're going to be great. They always kill it. They're SNLers.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's so exciting to see.
Oh, I know. Do you watch The Crown?
I'm only 3 episodes in. It got usurped by Castle Rock and then Killing Eve.
Yeah.
Sandra Oh was here, and it was so exciting to talk to her.
Isn't that
Let's talk
great?
about your show, and it's I Love You, America.
So much. Yeah.
Talk about your show and what. I mean, you're.
Okay.
We see your billboards all over town.
Ah,
Cool, right?
it's just this little niche show on Hulu. It's a half hour. It's all I think about it. We just talk about what's going on in the world, the symptoms of how we got here, and it's also just very, very dumb and silly. And anything heavy or weighty or anything is sandwiched with a lot of ridiculousness. You're looking over my shoulder. It's delicious.
It is. See, but it's better than calling out Pat. Should I say Sarah Paulson? Stuff like that.
Oh my God. Look at her dress. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like that show. It's different. It's weird. It's not for everyone. And
But you've gotten wonderful reaction to it.
oh yeah, some people love it. I love it. It's my cup of tea.
But you say that. You say that like you're surprised.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, honestly, the best press we get is from the far right wing.
Because they're slamming it.
Because they hate it. But it really, it's the liars I don't like. The lied to I love like a brother.
All right, well said. Alex Borstein, you know, is doing so well in Mrs. Maisel. She's across the way with Megan and Doug.
Did you see Sarah? What Sarah did for you? She gave you like a little when we mentioned her name. Oh, she's like, I'm giving you a pose right back.
I look good.
Alex, what? Great to see you. Congratulations. You already won an Emmy the other night.
Yes.
For Family Guy.
Yes.
You're up for another Emmy tonight.
This is all true. So far, you haven't lied.
I mean, what kind of year has this been?
I'm waiting. Everything else is terrible. I'm going to get diagnosed with something awful, probably. Right?
No, cancel.
No,
Alex.
it's crazy. It's been an amazing time. I'm the luckiest girl in baseball.
Did you know, getting involved with Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that you'd be standing here today?
Absolutely not. I did not know that. I had left the country. I moved, and then Amy Sherman Palladino was like, "I want you to audition for this thing." And it would mean kind of coming back. So it's totally screwed up my entire personal life. But thank God the quality is kind of worth it.
Right.
If you're going to neglect your kids, you better get an award. Or at least be nominated.
And you talk about that quality, not even like looking at the script, just the fact that, the way New York is portrayed and the costumes and everything. I mean, it is a total production.
It's a huge production. When we go out into the streets, every street sign has to be period. Every car has to be period. Every person walking by has to be period. And I don't mean getting your period like a lady. I mean 1959 time period.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's massive. It's a massive undertaking.
What are you most looking forward to tonight, besides a win? Because you are a favorite, I might add.
so?
Hi, this is what we're hearing.
So was Hillary.
Yeah. Alex, have so much fun.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm looking forward to being done and eating at Cantor's Deli.
I like it. Have
Thank
so
you.
much fun.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Alex, best of luck.
Back to you, Sam and Doug.
Like fart, yes.
There we go.
Thank
Wow,
you, guys.
great to see her. We may well see her backstage. Jimmy Simpson from Westworld. Jeffrey Wright was just here, and we talked about, and I think it's an appropriate adjective in a good way. This show has a density that other shows do not possess.
I think it's a perfect description because the layers are so
The layers
rich.
have layers.
Oh, yeah.
It's the baklava of drama.
It is like baklava, but if every little phyllo dough
Oh, my
had
gosh.
a point
Oh.
and had a reason, every phyllo dough has a reason to be in that baklava of Westworld.
And do you
Well played,
ever
Jeffrey.
read
Smart man.
what the fans say? They dissect it, and even they're confused. Like the fans,
and it baffles them.
And they
They
watch.
make me go into
yeah.
work and say, hey, wait, I thought it was this, but everybody says it's this. They're like, no. They're
Yeah.
just all insane.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is what I would
amazing.
do if I didn't know that.
And then I don't know, are there traditional table reads? Because again, it's lots of different things.
The idea to try to it's like four armies building a show together. The idea to get everybody together for a table read is the most far-fetched thing I've ever
Not
heard.
gonna
But I
happen.
wish that would be delightful.
Yes.
And we're talking a little bit about sort of a starstruck feeling being on a carpet like this in a time of television like this. Let's talk
the
about
next
that.
generation of television. And all these people, television used to be where movie stars went to die, and now it's where movie stars go to expand their gifts and to do things they haven't been allowed to do on television. Because you get time, you get to develop the story and the characters.
Speaking of movie stars, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Oh
My
my
goodness.
gosh.
My goodness.
Is that
Come
a
on.
pinch me thing when you see him on set? You're
Every
oh my
single
God.
time I've seen him, I am pinching myself,
Yeah.
and I pinch harder.
Like,
I
act cool,
welts.
act
I have
cool.
welts from being around
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins from all the pinching.
And then he always says, it's like, I've had these conversations over the years, explain it. And he's like, it's nothing. You learn your lines, you show up, and you do it.
He's saying that, but he's also been technically skilled for his entire lifetime. He's figured out how to open up his rib cage at the drop of a hat. And so, to him, that's what it is. But it takes probably 50 years to get to that
Unreal.
point. And that's,
Well, you're on your way, Jimmy.
You are. Thank you
sir.
so
Good to see you.
much.
Thanks so
Have fun
much.
tonight, Jimmy.
You guys
Thank you
look
so
great.
much.
You bet. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Megan and Doug across the way. Hi, Megan.
Hello. Sam, Jess, we are with Sydney Sweeney from Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale cast has been very kind to us today.
Well, good. They were talking to many. Now, you just joined in season 2,
Yes,
and
I
we were
did.
talking about the pressure that's got to be involved in something like that, because you know what you're getting yourself into.
It was really nerve-wracking. I was so beyond nervous, but everyone's so welcoming and a huge family, so I loved it.
And when you watch the acting from the field, from your competitors, and then you watch Handmaid's Tale, it's like a whole nother level.
Oh, come on. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things. I think everyone's amazing, so it's going to be a good one.
Well, so do you find it being a struggle knowing you're representing a show, but you're also a fan of others?
Yes and no. I don't know the right answer to say there.
There's a right answer in there somewhere.
Yes. Somewhere.
So what are you looking forward to most tonight?
Meeting everybody.
Yeah, who do you want to meet?
The the Game of Thrones cast.
It's all about Game of Thrones. Are you obsessed?
I'm obsessed. I watched the entire show in 2 months.
You're one of those.
I'm one of those.
I've tried. I can't get down. I can't get down with it, but I've tried.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And what makes this year's Emmys really interesting is the fact that, you know, Handmaid's Tale won this year, Game of Thrones won the year before. This year they go up against each other.
They do. They do.
You'll be happy
We'll see.
either way. Bottom line.
I will be happy no matter what.
You look stunning. Have so
Thank
much fun
you.
tonight.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you.
Sam and Jess.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, very good. Thanks for that. You know what? We're getting towards what they call this mandatory sweep, where they're going to push in all the stars. Oh, Ted Sarandos, the head of Netflix. Let's try this.
Oh.
Ted, how about regular television?
Oh, see, he did the thing like I didn't hear you.
Like I didn't hear you. Come on, don't be shy. Oh,
Ron Howard.
that's fake
Woo!
shy. There we
Hi, Ron.
So Jessica and I are just going to cheer people
We're just
on.
going to yell at people. Ron!
Oh, here comes Ron. Ron and Ted.
Ron.
Oh, Ted, come here.
Ted, we love you.
Well, here's the question to ask him.
Thank you for coming.
How much has streaming changed everything?
Everything. I mean, but every business is driven by fans,
Yeah.
viewers who use it and say, yeah, that works for me. I
Right.
want more of that.
Right.
It's not this diabolical manipulation. I think it always is the audience telling us what to make
Yeah.
and what to do. And we put out samples, we put out ideas, and then we see what
You know what I'm thinking about tonight, because we talked to Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was that time like for you guys back
It was
then?
tremendous, and I mean, we're, look, he's
Happy days.
I mean, kids are all grown; they don't
Yeah.
need a lot of help, but he's their godfather. So, it's just great. But it also shows you. Look at the kind of roles he's been getting, not just Barry,
Sure.
but he's been doing interesting stuff for a decade or more. As TV evolves, somebody like Henry gets to apply that talent, that artistry in all kinds of ways.
Let me give you the phrase that we said to Henry Winkler that is also applicable to you.
Right.
Ask anybody. Oh, Henry Winkler. He's the nicest guy in Hollywood. Is that true?
Without a doubt, and total integrity, and he's been that way ever since I've known him.
Yeah, and incredible your career to start as a child actor and then become one of the best, movie directors.
I drove by the Andy Griffith Show stages the
Yeah.
other day, and it was always nostalgic for me. And it's like other people visiting the old neighborhood.
Sure.
For me, it's that, and I realized that what year is this? 18?
Yeah.
I started in 1958
Unreal,
acting,
wow.
and so I wouldn't want to count up those years. But I'm still having a great time with
Aw.
it here tonight. With Genius.
Yeah.
And supporting our show, and Antonio Banderas was nominated.
Picasso, which is so fantastic.
Yeah, so good.
Ron, it's good to see you. Guess
Thank
what?
you, Ron.
Ted Sarandos is right there with Megan Henderson and Doug Kolk,
Thank
who they
Good
pulled
to
him.
see
They
you,
pulled
Ron.
him over thanks to
We
your.
got
There
him.
he is.
There is
We
the official
got him.
voice of Arrested
There he
Development
is.
right there.
There he is.
All right.
Ted, oh my gosh, we have to just talk about what this ceremony means for what you're doing right now for streaming television.
Oh, it's a really exciting time and a really exciting year, both creatively for the business of television. Never been a better time to be a fan. So it's really exciting.
And you mentioned Arrested Development, a semi-original series.
A semi-original series on Netflix, yeah.
So, okay, so our producer Grace, Entertainment, she wants to know when you're going to invite us at KTLA to come visit over at Netflix.
Anytime. We are literally neighbors, as you know.
Can we knock on the door and
Sometimes
you'll let us
you don't
in,
hear me
Ted?
knocking on the door. Hey, turn
Right.
the music down over there at KTLA.
We're
Why are you so
rowdy bunch.
loud?
We're a very rowdy bunch, Ted.
What about walking in here knowing that you were the most heavily nominated entity out there?
Well, I mean, other folks had a good night too when those nominations were announced. So like I said, it's an amazing time for television. So many people are doing such great work, and the viewers are the winners. So it's really exciting.
In a night like this, are people constantly trying to pitch you their ideas? I got a great idea for you,
A night
Ted.
like this and a night like every night.
Every single night. That's your new reality,
Yeah,
isn't
that
it?
is yes, it is.
Yes. Well,
Right,
Ted,
yes.
thank you for
Thank you.
all you're doing for
Thank you.
television.
I'll have a
Great
good
to see
night.
you. We're going to come knock on your door. Don't think
see us.
we
Come
won't,
visit.
Ted.
Come visit.
All right, let's send it over to Sam and Jess with Todrick.
Well, I tell you what, it does work sometimes to just shout out their names loud enough. And one thing that's very interesting about
Wait, I'm so
Todrick,
sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One moment.
Oh.
We have Todrick.
Hi,
Todrick,
Todrick.
you were behind me. I was so confused.
How are you? You look stunning.
Thank you. You do as
Hello.
well. It's
How's it
great
going?
to see
Good
you, Todrick.
I'm so excited to be here.
Choreographer extraordinaire.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about what this night means to you, just being here, the
It
excitement.
means so much to me. I've watched the Emmys on television for years. This is my first time attending, and to be here representing RuPaul's Drag Race and just rooting for everyone on my team because they work so hard, and the show is just so amazing. What it's doing for our community is really awesome.
Phenomenal.
I mean, you were looking at what, 12 nominations coming in?
Yes, that's insane, isn't it? It's insane.
Crazy. Now, you kind of got your start on like YouTube, right?
Yes.
Talk about how that trajectory, because you were a YouTube star, and now here you are kind of you know, you're at the Emmys.
I know, it's so crazy.
It's insane.
I think it's amazing that mainstream media is just like embracing people who are making online content, because it really, I mean, the audiences are very similar and the world is changing so much. And so I love the fact that RuPaul has allowed me to sit next to him on the judging panel, and I feel like one of the team next to people I've been watching on television for years. It's really a full circle moment, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Well, you are such a creative genius, I will tell
Thank
you.
you.
Have you seen some of his videos? If you haven't, look up Todrick Hall. Insanity. Fantastic dancer. Where do you get all of your inspiration?
I'm always inspired from different things. I love watching live theater. I love listening to music. Sometimes I go to the club and I write my best material there. Just
At the
because
club?
At the club, I write songs at the club, listening to music. I think I get inspired to write music that makes people want to dance and makes people want to just be happy and smile, because that's what we need today.
Yes, it
That's
is.
what we need
Yes,
today.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, Todrick, have a wonderful time in there. Thank you.
you.
I'm sorry I didn't see you behind me, but
It's
I'm glad
okay.
we got to
It's
talk
okay.
to you.
Thank you.
Wonderful
Best
to
of luck
see you,
in everything.
as
Thank
always.
you.
All right, let's go ahead and send it back over to Sam and Jess.
Carrie,
Carrie and Matthew, there they go, the couple from
The
the Americans,
Americans.
making their way. We made a
Oh.
plaintive effort.
Wow.
How nice they look. Putting on a nice outfit.
Good-looking couple.
Good-looking couple.
And it's so fun to watch that show knowing that they're a
They're
couple,
a couple
in real
now,
life.
yeah, in real life,
Yeah.
and met and fell in love on the stage.
Yeah.
Here we go with Carrie Russell there.
Oh,
and
showing some
it's
leg.
I like it coming and going.
Yes.
And
Gorgeous.
then we'll make. That's okay. You know what? Time here for a really quick break, and then we're going to bring you to the Emmys. We're back here in just a minute.
Organic Beauté. Promotional consideration provided by L'Organic Beauté.
There they are.
The EGOT.
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. How pretty they look. Both. They've made their way inside.
They look great.
But Luke Hemsworth hasn't. And what we're going to talk to the Westworld star about is his upcoming Mancation Down Under.
Do tell.
People love this. You and a bunch of friends are getting together.
Yeah, it's my high school buddies, and you know, we've been trying for a long time to get all of us together, and because I live here, it's difficult. And then I said, sorry fellas, it's not going to happen. And then last week I got the call.
Yeah.
I was like, guess what?
We're doing it.
Weekend's on. So we'll try not to burn down Mum and Dad's house. Yeah.
Here's the adjective to describe your show. We've used the word dense several times, so now I'll say thick. But there's a lot to it.
There is. I like to describe it as parfait. Layered.
Yes.
Everybody likes parfait. Look, it's part of the attraction. I think it's why it's been so successful. It's why it's such a joy to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quality layers.
No, but there's this quality, and do you get that sense, I guess, from every department, from the fellow actors you work with, from the scripts that you read? What makes you realize it's as good as it is?
First and foremost, the scripts, for sure. That was always, from day one, if it's not there in the script, then it makes it tough. And then you add, all the beautiful cast and the beautiful creators, the writers, and then everyone behind the scenes is just incredible. I take my hat off to everyone.
And do you have to watch these episodes twice? Takes us 6 times together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wasn't sure that first
I have
time.
to read the script 4 times and then watch it twice. It's,
We need the cliff notes sometimes. Right? Yeah.
Any secrets to be spilled?
Well, the only secret I have is that I'm only allowed one question on set. Because every time I ask Jonah a series of questions, he's that's it. That's your one question. And he walks off.
That's funny.
Terrific, Luke. Good choice tonight.
Thank you
Thanks so much. Good to
so
see you.
Good to
Thanks
see
very
you.
much. There's Luke there. Megan and Doug are closer to the actual entrance. So as our area thins out, their area, to use our adjective, might be getting denser.
Hi, guys.
Well, not really.
It is.
We tried.
There's a lot of ushering happening about this time.
We got the 5-minute warning.
Exactly. We did get the 5-minute warning. We're so excited. There's so many fresh shows that I've watched this season. One of them being Glow. I had one of those binge watching sessions. I know it's one of your favorite as well. Heavily nominated tonight. And you got the chance to actually hang out with the cast on Gold?
Well, so you watch the show, so
Right.
you know how well they portray the 80s without overdoing it, right?
Right.
So when I got invited to their cast wrap-up party, there was only one obvious choice for a location. Glow.
That's the name.
Wrestling is our game.
If we played rough,
Please don't blame us. Our style is Walden.
You know you can't take us. Glow.
Sorry, what's glow?
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Should Glow win one of its 10 Emmy nominations?
If you win the Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series, I think you guys should all bring that out.
You may just see a celebration like no other.
That'll be what we do. I promise you.
Well, it's a very nice pitch, very earnest.
But it's more likely the ladies will break out in song and dance.
It will be great. I will get on the table. I will run across the room.
Well, now we have to win.
Then show off those sweet wrestling moves.
Got you.
So I'm just gonna pull you in, and now I'm gonna just pull you up, make a face.
That has made Netflix Glow
Take it.
one of the most talked about shows this season.
Those moves in the ring weren't easy.
We train about 3 or 4 hours a day.
For 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes. So real, yes.
You were
It's so
standing on top of the
We
ropes.
do all of our own stunts.
Yes.
These are the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. The Netflix version. But based off of actual colorful characters from the 80s. It's why I raided Punky Brewster's closet. Remember her?
It's not like we're wearing fanny packs and shell jet.
For my date with these gorgeous gals.
I like it.
Which also happened to be on roller skates.
Have any of you roller skated since season 1?
I love roller skating.
And what did I learn
So you're good at this.
from this SmackDown on skates?
You knew how to skate before season 1, right?
Emmy or not, Glow
Okay, this is real. There are cameras.
is still the main event.
Welcome to the world premiere of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Zazzy Beats, don't mind us. We're just watching the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Zazzy Beats, congratulations! Nominated for an Emmy for Atlanta. Your fantastic work on that.
Thank you.
How are you feeling tonight? Thank you for talking to us before everybody gets ushered in there.
It's no problem. I feel kind of nervous. I don't know. I've been like mulling over what would I say if I win, and then I'm like, oh, that's like an ego to think I could win, blah blah blah. So that's been keeping me up at night, really.
Tell me, with Atlanta, is it challenging as an actor? Because if you watch season 1, 2, 3, they're so different.
Like the episodes, you mean, or
well, like the theme and everything, like the feel, everything's just different.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's different, but I think it's just authentic, and it's I think Atlanta doesn't just sort of fall into like the comedy space, but into I think the life space of all things. So I've really just been kind of tapping into just my relationship with Donald, and that's been really good in terms of like working on the show. Is that what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant.
It was perfect. It's such a pleasure to watch you on the show. Have so much fun tonight.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much. Thank
again.
you.
All right, Sam and Jess, over to you.
All right, from Zazzy to Cheryl Hines, who basically is lucky to be here. Fabulous career, but frankly, a Lyft or Uber
What
somehow.
happened? My driver took the wrong turn.
And so when you were like in the sports arena, you thought, wait a minute.
I thought, wow, nobody's at the Emmys. This is great. And meanwhile, 30 minutes later, I'm here and the doors are about to close. What are you going to do?
Well, they're going to leave them open for you. You're an Academy member. You must be.
Yes.
Share your votes at all?
Oh, share my votes? Well, I think who's nominated is a pretty good representation of all the people I love. So
Larry being one of them. Larry
of
David.
course. Just Larry down the line. Larry.
Cheryl, have a good time tonight.
Thank you. Have fun.
There we go.
Never looked more beautiful.
All right, here's a little bit of a location drop. The last time
Angela-
I talked to Angela Bassett was in France.
No way.
We talked in
and
Paris.
Taking a yard. Oh
She look how beautiful she looks. Here we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Angela.
Here's the conversation that we had in France. By the way, you are best dressed by a factor of a zillion.
Stunning.
What a year. Black Panther, Mission Impossible, now the Emmy red carpet, which you have owned quite completely.
Thank you.
Television and movies, in terms of the quality of the work, do you think it's equivalent at this point?
Which one?
Both. The
two that I
there used to be this distinction between TV was this, movies was this.
Right, there was a time, but yeah, I think they're on equal par now. You're finding some great work, some great roles for women, great stories on television, on all the the different streaming devices, all of that.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It really is. It's a good time.
I saw a picture of you in a bikini celebrating your 60th birthday. I fell off my chair. I have I said, no, it can't be true. You just radiate. You are, what is the secret? Everyone asks, I'm sure.
It's just loving life and loving people, you know? Yeah, and staying true to yourself and staying in it, never giving up.
A lot of people to love tonight. Who's going to walk away here with an Emmy?
Ooh, who? I don't know. I think Gianni Versace's going to get some, definitely. Maybe 7 seconds. That was so moving, so touching. There are a lot of Emmys to give out.
It's going to be a long night.
Enjoy tonight. Angela, thanks so much. Thank you. Good to see you.
Vision.
What a fabulous way to end our festivities here. Thanks to everybody involved. For Doug and Megan, Sam and Jessica, we will see you next year at the Emmys.
And tomorrow morning on the
KTLA Morning News. That's it tonight. More coverage tonight. Thanks a lot.